What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Spawn Point Podcast, episode number 8, the real number 8. We had to fill in last week with a mini pod, but this is our official episode number 8.
Yes, it is.
I'm excited.
Happy to be back. Great, man. Doing awesome. Fucking Christ.
Doing a real pod this week.
Yep. This is our March mega pod. I don't think it's going to be nearly as long as the February one, but we're going to kind of go over the same stuff that we did, but it's just a little tighter this month, so it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, definitely not. It's already the 8th, so some of these games, for the March releases are already out, and a couple of them I actually talk about on this show. So
hell yeah, dude.
I'm excited.
So we missed. Unfortunately, the mini pod went out on the 2nd, so that should have been where we talked about March releases and things like that, but of course we had to pivot and make a little tweak, so we'll do all that in this episode today.
Yep.
Shit, I don't know where I'm going with that. Jason, how was your week?
Uneventful, I guess. God, I'm trying to think if there's anything.
You had a lot of fucking bachelor pad time.
I did, yeah. My wife got back from her work trip on Thursday evening. So yeah, I kind of had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to play some games.
Hell yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I did a couple things, but yeah, nice. It was good. It was a good week. First F1 race was last night, so I know a lot of people don't care. I do, so that was cool. Yeah, other than that, cool. Work is work. Nothing to talk about there. How was yours? How was getting back from your trip?
Yeah, so trip sucked. I'm not gonna lie. Well, it was all right. It was good to go to. I learned a lot, so that was nice. But yeah, that's gonna influence the games I talk about this week for sure. Because I fucking was.
You just didn't have as much time.
Yeah, I was on my phone the entire time. So we'll cover that when we get to the game section. But it was good. It was a good trip.
I filled in some extra game stuff in there to kind of make up for that. So hopefully it'll still be a good episode.
Absolutely. All right. So before we go any further, guys, housekeeping as always, got to jump into that. You're watching us you can catch us on YouTube. It's twitch.tv. Jesus Christ, holy moly. It feels like I haven't done this in 3 weeks. We're on YouTube, Spawn Point Podcast. You can get us on YouTube, Apple, Amazon Music, and of course, Spotify. Video versions on YouTube and Spotify. We'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section of those videos. That helps boost us in the algorithm, and of course, that will help us out, get us out to a wider audience, so I would appreciate that. Feel free to rate us on all those platforms as well. Leave us thumbs up, all that normal YouTuber shit that everybody says that you guys should do. That stuff helps us tremendously. Catch us on social media on X, Blue Sky, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok,
MySpace.
MySpace, dude. Bring MySpace back. That shit was awesome.
Dude, that shit ruled, man.
I know, it was so good.
I put a new song in every week to
same, man.
All my 10 followers.
Shit, bring back. We'll be on MySpace when it comes back. But yeah, you can get a hold of us on all those social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you guys there. And of course, don't forget to join the Discord. We have 7 founders titles remaining. Jason's brother jumped in. Shout out to him. Took one.
Did.
So we got Punk Tree. 7 left. So go in there, claim that for yourself. We've been talking games in there. Been trying to be more active in there, but it's hard talking to a wall. But I'm trying. So that's kind of what it is.
Sometimes it's just Cam and I talking back and forth.
But yeah, do that. Other things here, twitch.tv/Spawn Point Network. I said that earlier when I was talking about YouTube, but you can go over there and catch us do some live streaming stuff. F-Zero Fridays, fun. We did that last Friday. It was a good time. Got some clips coming for you guys this week from that live stream, so stay tuned for that.
Word.
And of course, we're going to keep doing those. Other than that, I think that is it for the housekeeping. You ready to get into the pod?
On. Love it. Absolutely. Let's
do it. All right. Let's jump in. We got comment. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Adam S. on your Rotwood short said, can't wait to hear more on the podcast about Rotwood. So you dove into it a little bit more than you were anticipating.
Guess what, Adam S? You're gonna hear some more about Rotwood.
Goddamn right. Go ahead and tell us about Rotwood. I'm excited for this one.
All right, yeah, dude, Rotwood rules. So this dropped during the indie showcase, which so did many other things I was very excited about. We'll get into that a little bit more, but Rotwood is it's kind of like a 2.5D cooperative roguelike dungeon crawler, developed by, I think it's Klee. It's Klei. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think it's Klei. They did the Don't Starve games and Oxygen Not Included, which were
Mm.
kind of niche, but definitely well regarded games. This is their new project essentially. So the game kind of focuses on like high intensity combat, character progression, like a lot of roguelites have in this kind of like dark fantasy, twisted, atmospheric style game. It's kind of a it's kind of a dungeon. Well, no, let me back up. It's kind of a brawler style game. So I don't know if the listeners are familiar with Cult of the Lamb. Kind of has that roguelike sort of beat 'em up, sort of hack and slash style roguelite. It reminded me a lot of that when I was getting into this one, which is a very good thing because I absolutely loved Cult of the Lamb. I don't know if this one, at least yet, quite reaches that. I hold Cult of the Lamb pretty high up, but even to come close to that is a win for me, and this definitely is close to that style of game. So, the combat itself, though, it's a little bit slower than a lot of your roguelite action style games, but I kind of like it. A little bit more focused on like combos and stuff, and you actually there's 5 weapon types in this game. There's like a hammer, spear, bow and arrow, this weird ass like you throw rocks.
Mm.
Uh, it's weird. I just unlocked that one and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. But so essentially, you have these 2 big boulders that you carry on your shoulder, and you punch with one hand, and then you throw the rocks with the other. The rocks obviously do more damage, but once you throw them, they drop to the ground. So you either have to go pick them back up, or there's a recall button which brings the rocks back to your character. But you can also hit the recall button, and if an enemy's coming to attack and you move, a boulder will just drop right where you press the recall button. So it doesn't always. It's not like the God of War, where you just hit the button and it automatically comes back to you. Um, it's basically calling back to your previous position. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off too far on that. I just unlocked that one, so it was on the tip of my tongue there.
Oh yeah.
So, um, yeah. So like a lot of roguelites, you go on expeditions. So let me back up even more. The premise is you are in this like fantasy world, and um story's pretty light, but essentially, and there's no like dialogue in like the opening scene to really explain what's going on, but some sort of science experiment in your village goes wrong and it unleashes all these like creatures and stuff. So you essentially have to like abandon your place and you leave and you go somewhere far away, but you want to reclaim this land. So then you go back to these expeditions, and on your on your way back, your ship crashes and you land in this like open area, and that essentially becomes like your hub area, and then you're going off on these expeditions to build back up this land that was essentially um taken from you. So yeah, you go on these expeditions and fight a lot of enemies, and then at the end there is a final boss, and then when you defeat the final boss, you gather up all the stuff that you get from him, and you essentially go back to your home base, and then you can build up um your hub area. It's a little bit lighter than, I'm gonna keep referencing Cult of the Lamb, I think,
Yeah.
just because it's the most similar style game, but
Yeah, for sure.
that one had a lot of like farming and stuff. This is a little bit lighter. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like um you upgrade like the little homes that your uh, NPC characters like live in and stuff, and they all have like a like an affinity towards you, so you can bring them gifts and level them up, and then they unlock different things for you. So back to the combat. Um, your weapon type determines your weight class. So by picking up a different style of weapon, it actually changes the gameplay style. So
Hmm.
obviously hammers are slow. It actually makes your character move a little bit slower. So the spear's kind of a mid-range. The bow and arrow is you're much more agile. Your sprints are like or your I'm sorry, your dodges are like much faster and go a little bit farther away, which I thought was cool. So it doesn't just change the weapon. It changes how the game plays by using the different weapon types. And each of the 5 weapon types obviously have multiple weapons in that. There's multiple hammers, there's multiple spears, bows. You have a basically a kind of a skill tree per each weapon. It really does reward trying out different things. And the leveling system is based on how much you use that weapon,
Hmm.
which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there is 4 player. Is it 4? I think so. Co-op, both local and online. Um, you can revive your teammate. I didn't get a chance to play this co-op yet. This is just some stuff that I read into because I plan on playing this. I also got Game Share. I playing it on my Switch too, so I'll probably play with my daughter a little bit. Although I don't know if there's a lot of mechanics in this, so I am kind of wrapping my head around still some of the stuff. There's a lot going on. Um, but it's not, like, overwhelming. There's a lot of things I'm still trying to figure out with this one. I've only got a few hours into it, um, so far, so but yeah, you at the beginning, you create essentially your own character.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of different presets, and then you can change. So I created my guy like this kinda wolf-looking dude, but you can do humans, you can do goblins, you can do, like, these weird-looking alien things. There's all kinds of character customization. You also can purchase and upgrade gear, and your gear actually stays with you, which I thought was pretty cool. So if you find a piece that you like, you can just keep it on, and then continue to upgrade it, so you don't
Mm.
like lose that when
Nice.
the run ends. Great art style. Very very smooth. Um, yeah, I'm just having a ton of fun with Rotwood so far.
Yeah, looks
So.
dope. I think the art style is. I think it might be. I think I might prefer this to Cult of Lamb. Cult of Lamb is great art style too, but
Yeah,
there's just something about this. It just looks very nice.
I
Um.
yeah, I agree. It is great. And I mentioned I made a little like short on this, and I don't know what you call this art style. It's very clean and very sharp and very smooth, but it's got those like weird like missing like animations like
Mm-hmm.
in you know well, I think we've talked about this before, and I don't know how to like describe that because I every time I say it, it makes it sound like it's bad,
No,
and
yeah.
it's not.
I
But
think
you know what
it's
I mean? Like it's just that.
yeah. It's a common thing for like beat 'em ups. It's like
Yeah,
it's a art style that like makes everything feel more impactful. There's like a little bit of like a
it does.
I don't really know what it's called either, but it almost feels kind of retro inspired in a way.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not.
Maybe
So
that's what it's like the new retro, like,
yeah.
because everything's very, very clean and smooth, but it's just like sometimes you go up for this like big hit and it like kind of quickly moves up and then like darts down, like it's
Mm-hmm.
missing animations, but not in a bad way. It's purposeful and it
Yeah.
looks really cool. But yeah, it does make it have a little bit more like impact in the combat. So
Yeah. I think that's nice. Um,
yeah.
Combat looks very slow, and maybe that's just the
Yeah.
weapon that you're using here. But is that
Mm.
taking a little bit of time to adjust to, or?
No, it's slow. I mean, hammer is the slowest, spear is like second slow. Nothing's
Mm,
real fast.
okay.
So that did take a little bit of getting used to, but like I said, I kind of like it. I don't know if
Yeah.
I would say I like it more or less than a faster style. But it
Mm-hmm.
makes it a little bit more like what's the word I'm looking for here? Like you gotta be a little bit more precise. Like, you can't just run around just wailing,
shit, yeah.
and everything moves so fast that you're always going to hit something. You kind of have to line everything up right, which, some people might like, some people might hate. I think it works out pretty well in this one. So
yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, it's just a different style. There's nothing wrong with it.
it's a different style.
So
Definitely.
You may have covered some stuff. I was tweaking audio because I got a new PC. My PC fucking exploded, by the way. So I'm making like micro adjustments as we're doing this. So I wasn't paying full attention. I apologize. So if I'm making you repeat yourself.
He was just totally oblivious to anything I was saying.
If I make you repeat yourself, I'm sorry. So you said that you level up weapons individually. What kind of level are we getting? I mean, are we getting like abilities to our attacks? Like, is there like electric shock bouncing abilities, or is it just like damage upgrades and stuff like that? What kind of upgrades are we getting here?
It's a little bit of both of what you just said. So there are one of my favorite parts of the leveling system is it actually unlocks new moves with that weapon.
Okay, cool.
So when I first used the spear, I had a you have a light attack and then you have a heavy attack, and then you can combo those, and it creates different types of combos and stuff. After you finish a run and you go back, you have this like challenge board, and the challenge board tells you how you've been doing with a particular weapon. So if you got like 10 perfect dodges, or there's just all these little things that you do throughout the run. And to be honest, I kind of glanced at them before every run, but you kind of, at least in the opening or the beginning few hours, the stuff that it wants you to do is kind of stuff you're doing anyway. Because it always seemed like I'd go back to the hub, and it's like, oh, you just did, 5 perfect parries, or you dodged 5 enemies or whatever. So you then basically unlock that challenge, and then in that opens up new moves. So then with the spear, I got this new move where I can plant the spear in the ground and then use it as like a pole vault to flip over enemies, and then I stab them from behind. So that's cool. It keeps introducing new things. So it keeps these weapons feeling like you're still learning them constantly throughout these runs. As far as like you said, like I think there is like a fire damage, but I think some of that stuff comes during the run. Like you can get these perks and stuff so throughout the run you're also getting stuff to make your weapon a little bit better as well. So but some of that stuff you lose at the end of the run, but your overall weapon level and progression stays.
That makes sense. Yeah. How's you said there's like a character creator. How in depth is it? Or do you just have a set of presets you can change, or is it a little bit more in depth than that?
Well, yeah, there's like 10 presets, so 10 like different types of, but then in each one of those there's like multiple faces. If you're picking like an animal type character, there's like all kinds of different ears that you could put on them. Like
so it's pretty
all kinds of it's simple, but there's enough there that you can make a whole bunch of characters that do not look anything like each other. So
yeah, I just wondering because you said there was presets. So I didn't know if you had to select one of these 10 and that is your character, but it sounds like there's some little intricacies.
Each one of those you can tweak like crazy. So
nice, cool. Compare this combat to Absalom.
Different.
Slower.
When I saw this, well, definitely slower. But when I first saw this and I made like my little short on it, I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like it could be like Absalom. I don't think it's a whole lot like Absalom. Just slower combat. Absalom feels like almost like a beat 'em up first and a roguelite second.
Sure.
This is kind of 50-50. You know what I mean? It's I as soon as I started playing it, the comparisons to Absalom kind of like
disappeared.
Left my brain. I just didn't feel that anymore once I started playing it. I think it also probably has to do with like the smaller character sprites. I mean, Absalom, the big characters on screen and stuff, and this is just a lot more like you see the whole open. It's basically like room by room. Where Absalom is kind of like that, but it's a little more of like a side scroller. You can just keep walking from left to right. Yeah. This is basically you clear a room, you move on to the next thing. And like Cult of the Lamb, each room that you clear has between 2 and 3 exits, and each one of those exits has like it gives you this little symbol of what is probably in the next area, whether it's a rune, whether it's a heart piece. And these heart pieces you take back to the hub, and you use those to upgrade your overall health, your speed, and there's a couple other things. A few of them I haven't unlocked yet. So,
Gotcha.
The cool thing about that though, and what I think will get cooler with this one is with those heart pieces, like I've leveled up my run speed by like 20%. So if I keep doing that, this slow combat is going to get much faster because I'm going to be able to run around the screen a lot faster than I am, so far. So I'm kind of looking forward to that to see how the kind of the change of pace in the combat comes with the more I can level up my character. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
my thing too. I was watching this, I was curious. I mean, I'll be curious to hear as you keep going through this how that changes, because that's definitely
yeah.
something that sounds like it could go in a cool direction. So,
Mhm.
I've been on this a while, but have you? So when you go into a level or whatever, are you going till you die, or is it you go and then you kind of exit a level, go back to the hub with your heart piece and keep going, or what's the progression like in
Yep.
that sense?
So you either go to each expedition is like a solo thing. Like it's all condensed into one thing. So you go, you beat the boss, and you don't then go to the next level. You go back to the hub, and then you can choose the
Okay.
next expedition. There's kind of like an overworld map when you choose your expeditions, and you can kind of pick and choose where to go. And then each expedition also has these like a checklist of things that you can work towards completing in each one. Just beating the boss doesn't, it does let you move on them, but if you want to go back and like do these extra challenges to get more rewards, you can do that. But yeah, you
Okay.
either die or you go back to the hub,
Okay. Cool.
at the end. And one of the weird things I found though is the combat, like the enemies, and this could have something to do with just not being super powerful yet, but like the little enemies, while they don't hit you a lot, I can avoid most of that stuff. When they do hit you, it kinda takes good chunks of your health away.
Yeah.
So, I honestly had some of these rooms that were full of enemies, I found harder than the final boss of that area, because the boss, you learn their attack patterns, and at least I think I beat the first 3 bosses,
Hmm.
and I had a little trouble on one of them, and I'm assuming that it's just gonna keep getting a little bit more challenging, but the bosses didn't seem all that challenging so far,
Okay.
so
Cool.
we'll
Cool. Cool.
see. Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have a feel on where you're at in terms of completion percentage? Like
No,
how
I'm
much longer? No feel for that yet.
no, there's a lot that I have not
Mm.
seen yet.
Okay.
I did read a little blip about this and how like people were impressed by the enemy variety and stuff, which I guess I haven't fully seen yet because I've only seen like 3 of the biomes or whatever. So it looks like there's a lot more to this than
Oh,
I've
cool.
seen so
Nice.
far. So yeah, I mean, even the overworld map that they show you, a lot of it's like clouded out around the sides, so like that you're gonna keep progressing and more things are gonna open up. So I feel like it's the kind of game that if you wanted it to last a long time, you really could, or
Sure.
you can just stick to one expedition at a time, beat the boss, and move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as like runtime, I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't even
Yeah.
look it up on this one.
No,
So
that's all right. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just curious. Cool. You can get Rotwood
Yep.
on Switch
Yep.
2 and PC $29.99. That's a little odd that it's not on any other modern console, but cool
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Yeah. Yep.
This one looks interesting. It's kind of up our alley. We've talked about this a lot.
I
These
know.
games keep coming up. So another one looks dope. Check it out, guys. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Moving on
I
from
hope
there,
that
if you're ready. Hmm?
I hope that made you feel appreciated, Adam S.
Yeah, for
Doing some
sure, for
Rotwood for you.
sure. Yeah. There's some Rotwood. All right, my game is much shorter. This is gonna be a much shorter segment. I played the tower. So Jason and I have absolutely annihilated mobile games. We've talked shit on mobile games many times on this show, and this is not going to change that fact. However, I needed something to do. I had a 4-hour car ride to Kansas City, and I get car sick, so I couldn't like pull out my Steam Deck and play, because if I take my eyes off of my surroundings for 2 consecutive minutes, I'm gonna be feeling like I'm gonna throw up. So I needed something to fucking do, because the people I was with, 2 of them were best friends, and they had their own conversation going, and then the other person I was with I've never talked to in my life, and I haven't really talked to any of those 3, so it was just an awkward fucking car ride for me. So I was just kind of stuck in this weird predicament. So I downloaded the Tower. This is a game I've seen advertised a lot, and basically what it is a tower defense game where you control this hexagon in the middle, and you're doing a run, and you're leveling up stats to basically try to stay alive as long as possible. Throughout the run, you're gaining cash. The cash is used to upgrade your hexagon during the run itself, but you also earn coins that you can take out of the run and do permanent upgrades to your tower, so to speak. So there's not a lot here, but the game is satisfying enough. I mean, it's very basic. If you're watching the footage on the video version of the show, it's literally shapes coming at another shape and then exploding into little firework pixels. You know, it's nothing crazy in terms of that. I will say the game starts very challenging. Like you're probably going to get wiped on wave like 20, which is actually maybe the best part of the game. This is going to sound really bad, but where I'm at now after playing the game a lot, I can get up to like, I think my highest wave is like 163 or something like that. And that is like an hour and a half. So I'm like sitting on my phone for an hour and a half, fucking making sure that I'm leveling shit correctly, which is a little bit too much for me. I know that a lot of people that get really into this game basically play it like an idle game. So you're able to do enough upgrades with the coins that you earn through the runs to not have to look at your phone constantly. But in my position where I'm at now, I'm still in that building phase. So if I idle on the game too long, I will die. So that's kind of that. It's a fucking mobile game. I don't think I can ever recommend a mobile game. But like if you need a time killer, I think this game's satisfying enough. But you know, so like the main strategy in this game is almost a turtling strategy from what I've learned. You basically just have to pump defense, and there's a stat called absolute defense where if you level that stat enough, nothing can do damage to you. So if you keep your absolute defense above the enemy's attack stat, they can't even hit you. So they'll just start piling on to you, but they can't hit you. And then you can combo that with thorns, which is basically reflection damage. And that's kind of the main deep run strategy for me. And I guess that's probably why this game can be idled pretty easily, because once you level that up enough that you don't have to worry about the enemies killing you, you can kind of set your phone down, build up coins, and then come back and level things up again. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very early in this game. I'm probably done with this game, to be honest. I mean, I played it a little bit more.
I was going to ask about that.
I played it a little bit more when I got home, and I know that I actually got on this game because one of the guys that I went with is big into this game, and I kind of looked over while we were eating barbecue, and he was fucking had this game up, and his game looked way cooler than mine. He had like fucking big fucking whirly things going around everywhere and wiping shit off the screen before they even got close to his tower. And I know this game ramps up big time. I don't think I'm committed enough to get to that point. I'm home now. I'm not going to sit here and play on my phone when I can play something else. So I'm pretty much done. And the other problem with this is like, I could use a game like this for work. I mean, shout out to me not doing my job, but this game takes too much attention.
Like breaks and stuff.
Yeah, this game just takes too much attention. I can't. We get a 10-minute break. We take more than those. Shout out post office life, but I can't I mean, my runs are 45 minutes long at this point, so it's like, Jesus Christ, I can't do this. I can't, put it, it's just whatever. Anyways, I think the game's decent. I feel shitty kind of bringing this to the gaming podcast after all the mobile game shade we've thrown, but this is pretty much what I had to do in Kansas City, other than the other game we'll talk about. But fucking the tower, dude.
The tower. I mean, I think it looks cool. I saw you playing this on break the other day, and I was asking about it, and I mean, it looks cool. Like we've said, we don't play a whole lot of mobile games. I don't think I can sit for 45 minutes to an hour and play a mobile game.
Nope.
But so you don't actually control the little shape in the middle. It's just shooting out. So you're basically leveling up your weapons and stuff to take on more and more enemies that keep coming at you. Is that?
Yep. It's a tower defense game where you play as one unit, and then they come at you.
Okay.
I mean, for a mobile game, what more could you ask for? I guess. Right. I mean, it's not. Mobile games are designed to be time killers. This is exactly what this is. So, what's go ahead.
No, I totally agree. They are just a time killer. They want you to sit and play it. But what surprises me about this is the run lengths. Like usually like mobile games are like, speed through this round, do a couple things, and then jump back in and then go back and forth. But one run being 45 minutes to an hour seems like a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's going for that idle game niche as well as being this tower defense game, and then also this is why I hate mobile games. It's monetized to high heavens. So yes, this game is free to download, as most mobile games are. However, if you really want to progress your account, you have to claim these gems that pop every 10 minutes or so. And if you don't buy the game for $9.99, which I did, every time you click to claim your gems, you have an ad. So by keeping you stuck in the game for 45 minutes, they're getting ad revenue off 4 ads, basically, or longer, depending on how long you're doing it. So yes, the game is free, but like most mobile games, it's not really if you don't want to have your gameplay interrupted by 4,000 ads. So
yeah, that's what I can't stand.
Yeah, the game is free, but it's basically $9.99 if you actually want to have an uninterrupted gameplay experience. But I don't.
So on top of like you pay the $10 for ad removal and probably like a couple other things, but is there still monetization on top of that? Like you can still buy like, okay.
Yeah, you can buy these things called stones. You can buy these things called stones. I didn't even get far enough to use the stones. I don't know what those are, but you can buy stone packs. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, of course, you have the option to buy gems to outright if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, someone took the time. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
I was just going to say that someone developed this, right? So I hate being a asshole about it being on mobile and it being monetized as mobile games are. Someone made this game, and I shout out to them for making the game. It was made by one dev, as most mobile games are, and I don't hate the project. I just hate mobile games. I don't know. So that's my thing.
I'm with you.
I hate to speak negatively on any game for that matter, but here we are.
It's just it's not game even the format.
Yeah, it's not the game's fault, really. There are things that I dislike, just personally for me, that I know are not for me. Like we talked about, the run length is fucking way too long, and there is like. So there's different tiers, right? So tier 1 is where I got to like wave 160 something, and that was that big ass run. But I did unlock tier 2, which increases the enemy difficulty, but then it shortens your runs down a little bit. But the problem is, if you want to efficiently level your account, pushing tier 1 to 160 gives you way more coins to extract from that run than tier 2 going up to 50. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that little in between gray area where I'm not quite strong enough to move up, but I'm stuck doing the long, drawn out run, and that's kind of the gameplay loop. But that's the tower. Just so you know, if you're watching the footage, this is just the cool part of the footage. Below this is a list of stats, damage, attack, speed, multi-shot, chance, rapid fire, all that stuff. I just didn't include that in here because it's a fucking vertical goddamn game, and I don't have a vertical scene. So, anyways, that's the tower. I'm done talking about it.
Cool. Honestly, don't think I'll play this one.
I don't blame you. Let's move on.
Okay.
What do you got for us?
Let's do it. Okay, so I'm here to talk about some easy come, easy golf. So
hell yeah.
Back, we talked about everybody's golf hot shots, and what that got last year, right?
They did come out last year. I'm still playing the fuck out of that, by the way.
So am I.
Stupid.
So when that game came out, I was like super excited. I was like, finally, like a cartoony, arcadey golf game that's not Mario Golf. That's awesome. So like I was like looking up stuff about it, and I saw somebody say something like, it kind of reminds me of Easy Come Easy Golf that's on the Switch. I was like, wait, what? What is this? There's another golf game like this on Switch. So of course I had to go check out Easy Come Easy Golf, and it is a ton of fun. It is developed by Clap Hands. So I think Clap Hands does a lot of mobile stuff too, I believe. This actually was on mobile first before it came to the Switch, and you can still see some of that in here. So you can see like the buttons and stuff are very like in a mobile game you would tap on them. So like they didn't change like the UI. Instead they just put like what button you press to access that button on this. So that took a little bit of time to get over, but the game itself is great. Like the gameplay is great. You just have to kind of get out of your head that like, this was clearly a mobile game. They did up-res it. They did some additional things to the graphics and stuff for this one to run and look a little bit better on the Switch. And obviously plays fine on the Switch too. It's got solid 60 FPS gameplay. So yeah, this actually came out on the Switch back in 2022, and I hadn't heard anything about it. So, but yeah, it's very, very similar to the Everybody's Golf hot shots. I will say it's a lot easier. It's got the three button click for your shots, and it's just that the bar moves so much slower, so it's like so much easier to pull off these like perfect shots every single time. So there's like, that's the one thing. Like I bounced back and forth between this and Everybody's Golf. I was kind of like, I wanted to see kind of what the feel was for both of these and which one I prefer. And I don't really know. I feel like a better golfer in this game just because it's easier. But so some people might just love that they can just kind of sweep everybody in this one. But there does seem like there's a lot of content on this. There's like this overworld map that you can, go and pick different courses all over the place. And there's, like challenges at each one. And if you beat the challenge on basically, if you beat this rival golfer, you unlock that golfer and add them to your team. So yeah, it does have like I said, the traditional 3-button click, but there's also, you can change it to the like stick, like pull the stick down and then push it up to shoot. I messed around with that a little bit, and maybe that's what I would need to do to make this a little bit more challenging. But I just kept with the the traditional 3-button click for your shots. It's got all the stuff with backspins and all those, like you got special shots and stuff, all that kind of typical Mario Golf, Everybody's Golf type of stuff is in this. The one thing that does set this apart though is you are a golf team. So instead of being one character that plays through the whole round, each hole you assign a different character to, um, which is kind of cool because they all have different, perks. Um, some are, their shots are much more accurate. Some are much more powerful. So you kind of have to like balance. Like you can, before you go into a round, you can assign each character to whichever hole. So like someone that's doesn't have like a super strong or a super far drive, you can look at the distance in that hole and go, well, that's a short one. I'm going to put this person, here. I'm going to put this person here. This is a par 5, so it's a long drive. I got a guy that just crushes it. I'm going to put him on this hole. There is an auto assign, and it does a pretty good job. So a lot of times I just do that because I want to get into the golf play. So but then each character levels up individually. So the more you use them, obviously the better they get. So if you're leaving a bunch of people out, they're going to be, pretty low level. But, I think I have 15 characters unlocked and
cool.
and you got a 9-hole course. So there is some variety and stuff in there as well. So but yeah, the like the world tour mode is kind of the highlight of this, and that's where you go out into this overworld map and pick, different things. There's championships, there's tournaments, there's all kinds of stuff, and then there's like bosses, if you want to call them that. But that, and like I said, once you defeat them, you unlock them and add them to your team. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know really that too much else to say. It kind of what you see is what you get. But I mean, it does play really well. It's a ton of fun. After you hit your shot, your character the camera like zooms out, and your character does this like runs to the hole or to the ball. So it's kind of fun, but everything is so fast. Like that's what I love about this is like after you hit, it's just like boom, there's where your ball landed, boom, you're to the ball and on to the next. Like you can run through these courses like quick, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Easy
No,
come,
it's all
easy golf.
good. I like that the little strategy mechanic in there. That's pretty cool. Is the ease of, well, you kind of mentioned it, I guess, but do you think the ease of play is maybe hurting this in your personal opinion at this point, or are you just kind of cool?
I think for me, maybe just slightly. I think I would like just a little bit more challenge. Because I don't think I've had a time yet where I haven't beaten the boss, and I don't think it doesn't seem to be like there's like difficulty levels. I think it's supposed to gradually get harder as you take on more challenging. But I've got 10 probably 10 hours or so into this one, which isn't a lot. There's still there's more characters, there's more courses I haven't seen, so there's still a lot more. But yeah, the challenge is just not really there. But it's one of those games you can just hop in and know you're gonna do pretty well. It's still fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, this is very heavily inspired by Hot Shots. I mean, you can just tell by looking
big
at
time.
it. But I think the little run to the ball is kind of a cute little aesthetic.
Yeah, and we take the audio out for like these so that we're not trying to talk over them, but the stupid little sounds that they make, it's just like this like running to the, I don't know, it gets me every time. I'm like, it's so dumb, but it's fun.
What the fuck is up with these golf games being 4,000 hours long though?
I know, man.
I guess that's not a bit. If you don't have an obsession with completing games, it's not a big deal. I guess it's probably better that way. But fucking crime, dude, I'm gonna be playing Hot Shots for decades. I think at this point. But yeah, Hot Shots is kind of on the contrary. That game's hard. I feel like. That game's straight up hard. Like there's a skill curve to Hot Shots. So this is more easier,
definitely more casual.
Yeah. But I think what comes of this is, since it is based off of or came from a mobile title, it probably will get brutal. at some point. Maybe not. I don't exactly know. I'm talking
I don't
out
know,
my
man.
ass.
Yeah, and unless some of these guys can hit holes in ones and stuff, I don't see where I'm gonna get smoked, or
Fair.
just much harder courses. Maybe. I
Yeah.
mean, the putting would be, I guess, the one area that um I don't struggle with, but like I've had some bad shots
Mm-hmm.
during putting and stuff. But like, if as long as you can hit the markers where it says to in your drives and stuff, I mean, I'm nailing it to the green and no problem. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think this game
I don't
looks
know.
cool. I
It is. It's a lot of fun.
very, very nice. Yeah, Switch iOS. What's max, dude?
What did I put? Max?
Yeah.
Mac.
Oh, Mac. Okay. Yeah. Switch iOS
Yeah,
and
that was Mac.
Mac. It's
Yeah, which
probably
is weird because it doesn't have like a PC. It's just it straight up said. I mean, obviously Mac is Apple, so like if it's on iOS, it's on Mac, but it's not on like PC, which is weird.
let me look at the Microsoft store. So it's
Okay,
on Apple
maybe I'm wrong.
Arcade.
I don't know.
It's on Apple Arcade,
Yeah.
which is bullshit. Because you have to buy the subscription. You can't buy the game outright
Yeah.
on mobile. It's not on
That's
PC
dumb.
at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, this game looks cool. I mean, if you're into this sort of thing, what's wrong
Yeah,
with
you
another
kinda have to
one?
be.
What's wrong with another one? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think
Yep.
this game is dope. I wish I had more to say, but I mean, it
No,
is exactly what it looks like it is.
we covered
So,
everybody's golf. It's very similar. So
yeah. No, these games are fun. If you haven't played an arcade golf game and you're not a big golfer, I think you can still have a lot of fun in these games. They're just fun, dumb, fun times.
isn't that weird though? Like I always thought that about these games. I don't play golf in the
Mm-hmm,
real world, but
mm-hmm.
these type of golf games come out, I'm like, dude, I'm in it. Like these are just fun. You do not have to enjoy the game of golf to enjoy these games. They are just fun arcade golf games.
Yeah, not at all. I'm the same way. Probably because I
Yeah.
just straight up suck ass at golf, like ball golf.
Well,
I'm terrible
most
at golf.
people do.
But
Ball golf.
yeah. Yeah, these games are dope. Thanks for bringing this one. I had not heard of it before, so it was cool to see it. Very Hot Shot inspired. Looks great. Looks like a lot of fun. So
it is. Okay.
Next game on our docket here this is probably gonna be my main talking point game of the week, which is Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So this is a very interesting title. It's a niche game because it's in the racing game genre, which I would consider to be a niche genre nowadays, unfortunately. And on top of that, it's even more niche, being that the game takes place on a high. So Tokyo Xtreme Racer is a long running franchise that just basically got re-brought back finally after a very, very long hiatus. But this game all takes place on a highway loop. So it's all on one highway. The whole game is on one stretch of highway that basically loops over onto itself over and over again. So the goal for this game is you get a car and then you jump into the highway and there's a bunch of rivals scattered out along the highway. You go up behind them, you flash your brights at them, it initiates a battle, and then you race that rival until you beat them or lose or whatever it may be. Upon beating them, you get CP, which is like a credit system that you can use to purchase new cars and upgrades and things like that. But if you take on a rival, you also get BP, which is battle points, and that's used to unlock perks and upgrades. Well, it's used to unlock the upgrade that you can then purchase with your credits. So that is basically the whole game. You jump in to the highway, and your goal basically is to kind of stay out as long as you can, defeating as many rivals as you can to earn as much BP and credits as you can before returning to the garage, unlocking stuff, and then upgrading your vehicles. The game does have a system in here where you are limited on how long you can stay out due to your tire wear. So during battles and only during battles, your tires will start to wear down as you go. You can run those fuckers pretty damn low, but once they run all the way out, it becomes an ice rink and you really can't compete with anyone. but you're constantly kind of monitoring your tire wear. And there are different tire compounds. You have softs, mediums, and hards. I haven't really messed with that too much. I just kind of stick with the medium tire durability. But there are some different things you can do to change the length that you're out there. Obviously, softs are going to wear instantly, pretty much, I'm assuming. So I don't know what the real purpose of that is, unless you're really trying to take out one specific rival on the map. But I haven't really got into any of that stuff yet. What I will say also that makes this game a little bit more niche in the modern racing game genre is, the king of this is not a simcade, this is a straight arcade racing game, but the king of racing games right now is Forza Horizon, and I consider that game a car candy game. Basically you're getting new cars all the time. You're doing those wheel spins and locking cars. You get money up the ass, and you can go buy whatever the fuck you want. You can throw 300 cars in your garage in that game if you want to, and there's not really any problem doing that. Tokyo Xtreme Racer, though, is a car lover's game as well, but this is a much different experience. You are going to pick your starter car, and you're going to be in that fucking starter car for 5 hours until you get something new. So you're really, it's like a different love language. Instead of just bouncing around and having a bunch of one night stands in Forza Horizon, you're kind of developing a long-term relationship with your car. What a fucking weird way to put that.
I know what you mean, though. I kind of like that, though.
But yeah, you kind of are you're learning your car through and through, learning where it struggles, where it doesn't struggle, and things like that. And then, of course, when you upgrade, it feels nice, but you're also sad that you're letting go of your project car from before. So you start the game off. I started with a Mazda MX-5, which was a Roadster MX-5. Thing is slow as hell, but I just built it up, and it was a lot of fun. And then I upgraded to the Subaru BRZ, which has been a lot more enjoyable. But like I said, I've spent 5 hours with each of these cars. I'm about 10 hours into the game, and it's just a different feel. You know what I mean? So if you're looking to get a large car garage going, this probably isn't for you. This is a much more gameplay focused game than car candy, drive whatever you want type of experience. Controls in this game are very arcadey. Your vehicle sticks to the car like glue. There is no no traction control setting as far as turning that off to make it a little bit more realistic. None of that. Your car is pretty much glued as long as you have good tire wear. You do have a drift mechanic in the game that's almost unuseful because I don't know how to use it. Let's just put it that way. You can drift, but you kind of once you rip the handbrake, you kind of swing out, and then it immediately corrects itself. So I don't exactly know how to. Maybe I need to hold the handbrake. I don't really know. I haven't really figured that out, but I haven't really needed to drift either, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
As you progress through the game, though, like the tire wear situation, you can go into garages and pay, I think it's 50,000 credits to get new tires on. So that is a way to stay out longer if you want to. And you do get rewarded by staying out longer. Every 25 kilometers that you're out driving on the highway, you get a bonus, CP bonus. So it incentivizes you staying out a little bit longer. But it's honestly not going to be for everybody. None of the Tokyo Xtreme Racers have been. But this game does it for me. It's very cool. And then, like I said, I mean, this game is built around sticking around with your car for a long time, but there's still 75 cars in the game, so it's not a teeny roster by any means. There's still quite a bit of depth there. So
that's more than I was thinking.
Yeah, there's quite a few, and the game is just it's really, really fun. It is single player only. I think this game would have a really cool implementation if there was like a multiplayer lobby thing where you could go into the highway and fuck around with people and just, do some multiplayer races, but that's not here. It's all single player, which is fine. That's the direction they've always gone. I just think there is an opportunity for that in this game that's not here necessarily, but
yeah, for sure.
But game is really, really cool. I'm loving it. It's a game I continuously am going back to and grinding it. And I played this on my Portal when I was in Kansas City, and it was perfectly fine on that device. Better at home, obviously, but worked fine on the Portal. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, what you see is what you get here, but it's I think it's well worth the investment at $49.99. I guess I will mention also quickly, I know I'm kind of rambling here, but the sound, so the sound design is okay. I don't, and I, there's something about Horizon where when you're ripping down the streets and you hear like the turbo whistle and the exhaust pops and stuff like that, it just feels really good and like makes you feel great. This game doesn't really have any of that, and that could just be I'm still in a BRZ, which is a pretty stock standard car. I don't even think this thing's supercharged. I'm not getting turbo whistles or anything fun like that. And the engine sounds are fine. The music in this game is the music is good. It's a very small roster of songs, though. I think there's only 4 tracks for battles, so it gets a little bit repetitive. I have not turned music off yet, and I know I mentioned on episode 7 I turned music off. I was going to ask
about that.
Yeah, I know I said on episode 7 I turned music off. I haven't done that yet, but I do think my experience would be enhanced by shutting that off. But this is definitely one of those games where I feel like I would need to pull up Spotify on my PS5 and have my own music going, and it would make the gameplay a little bit better. Just because, like I said, I don't think the audio design is super spectacular. So that's that portion. Other than that, though, game is dope. I'm really having fun with it. I'm going to keep growing on it, and it's absolutely taken my attention away from Creasol and Sons of Sparta, unfortunately. But just going to keep riding it out because I'm loving it.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So are all of the, like, what number is this in, like, the Tokyo Xtreme Racer? You don't know?
I have no idea. This series was gone for a long...
There's been others.
Yeah, there's been other... I mean, it was a PS2, like, Dreamcast era franchise.
Yeah, I do kind of remember it from back then.
First release was in 94. But
okay, wow. But are they all this style? Like, are they all like they stick to the highways?
Yep, that's the whole. This is a Japanese game. There's not even even domestic, like our domestic vehicles in the game. It's all Japanese.
All Japanese.
Yeah, Subarus, Hondas, Toyotas. You know, it's that is your roster. So yeah, it's very Japanese.
I never realized that, like that you just stick. So it's almost it feels like an open world game, but open world just on the highways.
Yes, open world
which is
just
odd.
On the highway. It works better than it sounds, I will say. Okay. It's a little bit frustrating, I will say, because when you're going on the highway, you'll see rivals. So the rivals are indicated on the mini map. Green if you beat them, blue if you haven't. And sometimes you'll see the rivals go in the opposite direction on the highway, and there is no way to get to the other side of the highway. So once you come in from your on-ramp when you start, once you come in from your on-ramp, you're locked in until you can get to an exit ramp and whip the bitch around, basically, and follow the loop until you can go back the other direction. Some garages that you have scattered across the highway can let you shoot out either direction as well, but once you're kind of stuck going northbound, you're going to fucking northbound until the game kind of sorts you out and fixes you. It kind of sucks because there is like ports in the barrier where it's just cones, so you think you can.
Right, that's what I was going to ask.
You know, you think
like
you
it
can,
looks like there's been. I've seen spots on the gameplay footage where it's like, can't you go right there?
Yep. No, I tried. It's an invisible wall.
It's locked off.
Yeah, it's an invisible wall.
Invisible walls. Yep.
There's later game mechanics, like later game upgrades you can buy that I just bought actually this morning before recording the podcast, called valet service, so I can actually go from one garage to another garage during a run, so that way I can fix my orientation, but you can't do it in gameplay unless, I mean, I don't know how I'm trying to explain this. If you want to get to the other side of the highway, if you drive long enough, you'll have the opportunity to get there somehow. You know what I mean? Because it is all, it all flows together. It's not like you can only go one way, you're only going to go that way. Like if you have driven a car long enough and you know how freeways work, there's like an exit, and you know if you take that exit, it'll eventually put you back where you wanted to be, if that makes any sense at all. But
no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, on top of that as well, again, this game story is odd as fuck. So you don't have a character, meaning like you do not have a character. You You do not have a character. You're represented by a title subtitle system. So when you're out racing, you unlock titles and subtitles. So for example, my character is like, I'm not even going to pronounce it. It's Japanese. It's the name of the city, which is like, I'm not going to do it. I want to do it. It's like Kusagara Tahita. I'm not being racist. I fucking don't know.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah. So it's like that. And then you have a subtitle. So I'm like that plus enforcer or something. And as you play through the game, you unlock titles and subtitles. So you have this weird, you have this weird name, but every other rival in the game also has a very weird name. And so I think I raced Big Daddy this morning and a bunch of just weird, weird put together names. There is a story. You can talk to rivals and stuff, and Tokyo Xtreme Racer is known for this. There are certain bosses and stuff that you can't race unless you meet a certain requirement. So there's like a Napoli's pizza driver on the map that every time you go up and try to flash him, it just says battle condition not met and you can't race him. But by talking to the NPCs in the garages and by beating rival groups, they have cutscenes that are all text-based and they show a silhouette of a person. And in those, sometimes they will drop hints on what the requirement is that you need to complete to take on so-and-so. So you kind of have to pay attention to it, but it's fucking corny. And basically, you start at a nobody on the Shuto Expressway. Your goal is to become the best on Shuto Expressway. That's the whole plot. It's very simple in that way.
Okay. That's cool. You mentioned not being able to drift well and maybe possibly not even needing to drift well. Is there no other gameplay style events? There's no okay.
Nope. It's a 1v1 battle race every fucking time.
Okay.
So it's a one-on-one. Not necessarily. Okay. It's a battle every single time. Occasionally you'll have multi-racer battles. So you'll have you'll start against one rival and you'll pass one of their teammates and they'll join the battle.
Right.
And so there's multiple ways to win these races. You can attack them by beating the fuck out of the other car to knock down their SP bar. If you want to go that route, you can build a car for that specific case. Or you can just get ahead of them and it'll eventually wheedle them all the way down and stuff like that. And the other thing that's cool about this game as well, I forgot to mention, there are different AI models in the game, so not every rival races the same. Some will stay clean with you. Others, when you go to try to go around them, will fucking smash you into the wall. And, they have different
That's cool.
profiles. There's probably only, 5 different unique driving rival. But it's enough to... You don't know what you're getting into whenever you start a rival battle. Because you could have a guy that's very straight, keeps it clean, and you'll have a guy fucking weaving around lanes like an asshole and fucking beating you up. So it's enough to keep it interesting. I don't think I have literally anything else to say unless you have questions. I think I've covered the whole thing.
I think I asked the ones that I wanted to. So
game is very cool. There's a very nice customization system in the game if you really want to get down and dirty with it, which is cool because, like I said, you're building a bond with these cars and you can really add some cool vinyls and stuff like that. I'm not a big vinyl editor guy, but all that stuff is there for your pleasure if you would like to do that stuff. Tokyo Xtreme Racer, very cool. This game is available on PC and PS5, $49.99. It's always been a PlayStation exclusive. I don't see this going anywhere else, but it's cool. If you have access to it,
that is cool.
If you have access to it, definitely check it out. I'm going to keep grinding on this one. The tough thing about this, I don't know how I can make videos for our channel on this game. I made a short, basically, about the 180 drift thing that I found that you can get CP. But it's, this would probably be a good live stream game. So if you... And by the way, we're at 41 subscribers. You guys are the fucking best. We're 9 away from being able to live stream directly on YouTube as well. If we can get that, I will double stream F-Zero Fridays on YouTube and Twitch. And then I'll also do some more just straight up live streams on YouTube as well. So and arcade live streams because I'm still playing Galaga. Anyway, on the Galaga topic, dude, We went to a bar called the Quaff in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I own that cabinet, boy. I fucking set the high score on that bitch and walked away. I was super proud of myself. Anyway,
your name's gonna be up there.
Yeah, it'll be
it's
up
in
there
the history books
for a week. Probably a long time. I don't think anybody plays it. That was like a dive
actually probably
bar.
a long time. Yeah.
But it was pretty cool nonetheless. Anyways, that's Tokyo Xtreme Racer. I'm gonna keep playing it. The game is really cool, but I really need to get back on track with Creasol and Sons of Sparta because I gotta beat something for this show. Terrible right now. So many goddamn games. Let's move on, Jason. You had a nice little showcase that I was not able to watch, but you took total care of that. What's going on with the indie showcase from Nintendo?
Man, the Nintendo Indie Showcase kind of blew me away, to be honest. I didn't really have a lot of expectations going in. I was curious what they were going to talk about, but man, it was just game after game that I was like, man, these are awesome. This, if you're watching the footage right now, this one here is called Mini Shoot Adventures. It is a like Zelda, like old school Zelda style kind of in the exploration and upgrade kind of sense, but you're basically this little mini ship that goes around and takes down bosses, and you get different movement mechanics and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of secrets, a lot of like hidden paths and stuff that you got to try to figure out how to get to a certain area. Starting out, you can't cross water. Eventually, you get a thing that lets you do that. So, Metroidvania ish, but not really, in a sense that like there's just areas that you can't cross yet or get to yet, and you got to go back to them. And it is a big kind of open world map, so like, and it's pretty big, but it's not like enormous, so you can kind of get from one side to the other fairly quickly. But then there's a lot of these like dungeons and little things to get into that kind of remind me of Zelda, with little mini bosses and stuff in each one. So yeah, Mini Shoot Adventures it surprised me quite a bit. I'm have more time in this than I do Rotwood so far, just because I started it and I just kept going.
Nice.
It hooked me. So
it's a great feeling.
Bullet Hell. I mean, yeah. I think I'm kind of good at these bullet hell games. I never thought that I was. I was able to like take down a lot of these pretty challenging bosses. I mean, I wouldn't say easily, but
play Ikaruga, you'll fucking change your tone.
I know.
Just on Mini Shoot, it reminds me of the Bentley mini games and Sly Cooper. I don't know if you played Sly Cooper at all, but I actually beat all three of those.
No.
Okay, it just reminds me of the mini games from Sly. Those games sucked. That was like the worst part of the Sly games, but that one actually looks pretty cool. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry to break your flow.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Next one I'm showing here is called Outbound. This has actually been out on other systems. It's just that it's coming to the Switch. And it's I guess, cozy survival camping whatever game. I was kind of excited for this until I started playing it. I don't know if it's just a Switch problem. The frame rate is horrendous.
Yikes.
It's bad. Like, and it's a pretty good sized world. They got to do some tweaking on this. And there's like hunger and all that stuff. I don't love that stuff. I guess I'm not really a survival game guy. I didn't think that that's what this was. There's a demo. It's not actually out yet. This is just the demo, and I messed around with it.
God for that.
Honestly, probably 20 minutes before I was like, uninstall.
That's fair.
I mean, it went over fairly well on the other systems, but I just don't think this one is for me. Again, it's another one of those that when I saw it in the showcase, I was like, oh, cool, I heard about this. It'd be cool to check out. And yeah,
that's all right.
Think I'm
glad you played the demo and didn't buy it.
It's a huge problem, man. It is. It's bad. It's so choppy when you're walking around. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that they can fix before the full release comes out. It's pretty soon, so I don't know.
It's a fucking bad look for a demo. I mean, you can put a vertical slice in as a demo and get it running good at least, but that's not great.
It's just and then another one that I don't think it's out yet, but there is a demo for it. It's called Dench Attack. This is fucking wild.
This game looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's you're like a subway. you play as a character, but she's essentially like, she does like a delivery service, and she delivers everything through this like fucking 80,000 mile an hour subway car that goes from one end of this village to the other. And it's basically like a mashup of like, if you ever play Subway Surfers, or Tony Hawk games. I know that sounds crazy to combine those two, but like you get all these, like you can do flips and like 360 flips and all this shit. And your car goes off the trail, or the train tracks,
Yep.
and then just automatic kind of pops back on. So there's a drifting mechanic where, as long as you keep it in like the green, you get a speed boost coming out of the corners. It's wild. It's crazy art style. Music is nuts. Everything about this game is just nuts. Is my general takeaway. I mean, almost too fast to where I was like, I would do like a kickflip, and then the track, like, goes off in different directions. And if you don't line it up, you don't land back on the track. You're off somewhere totally off to the side, and you crash out. But everything is like instantly, you're right back to it. Like you crash, you're just back on the track. There's no like downtime in this at all. Yeah, very, very interesting. I don't know if it would keep me like a really long time, but maybe it would. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on it for sure, and kind of see how it goes over, and how much depth and stuff there is to it. But I had a fun time in the demo for sure. So
that game looks like,
yeah,
that game has me fucking pumped. I will probably will buy that shit on PC.
There's a game.
Yeah, I don't know why. Not really a game I would normally go for, but that game looks hype, dude. Reminds me of like Crazy Taxi too.
And I had Rotwood in this discussion too, but I actually pulled Rotwood out to like do a, that one I felt needed a little bit more explanation.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff. If you get a chance to go check out the indie showcase video, there's a lot of other cool stuff on there as well. These are just a few that I was able to pull out and actually, give them a try. So
yeah, I mean, I know that
Nintendo
like
indie showcase.
I think we're gonna talk about this in the Nintendo section, but I know Dead Zone Rogue. I know Dead Zone Rogue is coming out. That game is cool.
Yeah,
that game is really cool. That's been on PC for a bit.
Yep,
it's a good Steam Deck game. So it'd be let me rephrase that. It's actually not. It's a shooter, so it's an FPS. So it'll be one of those. It'll be a game that'll be okay for you with your setup, but it's a cool premise. It's a cool little roguelike FPS.
Right, it looked awesome.
Game. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy that. And then I don't know. I know you made a short on it, but we'll cover it in the news section. Some of the more stuff when we get to.
Oh yeah, I forgot we threw
time.
that in the Nintendo section.
Yeah, so we'll get there. Other than that, that's this week's games. I think good little variety. I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous. Like I gotta get back to a point where I'm playing through games. Like I'm fucking going nuts with like new. I gotta I gotta settle back down. So
I've been like stressed out. Like,
I'm not
for real.
Yeah, I wouldn't be stressed about. I mean, we.
Well, not
like
I
like completion. I like completing games.
Yes.
I mean, for the longest time, I was reviewing games and stuff, like just trying to do that on my personal channel and all that. And I've completely gone away from that with doing this show, which is fine. I mean, it's a different way of playing games, but there's something that I'm missing by not finishing the games that I'm starting. So that being said, guys, I'm probably going to lock it in a little bit. I know that
I need to as well.
Yeah, I'm going to lock it in on Sons of Sparta, Creasel, and I'm going to keep playing Tokyo Extreme Racer. So as far as like, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll probably just have continuing segments for a little bit because
that's okay.
Yeah, Jason and I are not getting codes, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like we're coming out of pocket for this shit, you know what I mean? So it's like it's got to come to its end at some point.
It's got to settle down.
Yeah, so I think we're just really excited about the show. We're trying to cover new stuff, and that's great. But I mean, I got to get back to playing through.
It can't last forever.
Yeah, I got to get back to playing through games. That being said, though, I will be playing the Fatal Frame Crimson Butterfly remake demo. I'll do a separate upload. I think I'm going to upload that Wednesday on the channel. So it'll be just like the the Hollower demo. I'll just do a full playthrough, commentating, goofing off and stuff.
Yep.
Cool. So that'll be coming this week for stuff, and maybe I'll have a whole dedicated segment to that next week. I don't know. I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see on that. But
yeah.
Other than that, my plans going into this week for gaming are finishing up some stuff, hopefully, or making some progress. But that's kind of it.
I'm gonna try to do the same, but like I'm also touching on Pokopia. Playing Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition on Switch, and holy shit, man, that game's got me back.
Great, nothing wrong with that.
I didn't imagine. There's just something about that game, man, that just pulls me in, and it's totally like opposite from what you enjoy about games. I just get lost, and I love getting lost because you get lost, but there's always stuff to find. Like that's the fun part about it, is just exploring. Like I'll go off on a quest and be like, you need to go check out over here, and then as I'm going, these little markers pop up on your compass that there's something you haven't seen over here, and boop, I'm over there, and I'm over here, and
I get anxiety by doing that. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why that is the case, but it's like, dude, I'm wandering too much. What am I missing? Like, I'm gonna end up wandering somewhere I don't belong, and I'm gonna get fucking slaughtered. Like, I don't know what it is.
Well, and that's happened to me.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
No.
I don't want that to happen to me.
That is definitely something that we differ on. So
I don't know why that. I don't want it to be that way. I mean, and throughout many episodes of this show, I've picked your brain on it because I'm trying to. I want to be able to like them. I feel like a basic bitch that I prefer linear games, but I just do. And I want to change that, but I don't know how.
And I also don't know how else to get across to you why I do enjoy that. It might just be a fact that there's just something about those games that doesn't click with you. A
lot of it boils down to like, I don't find the satisfaction most time. I feel like I get burned a lot when I wander. And I don't know if that's just like because I can't correlate the wandering as the reward or what, but I just feel like every time I go off the beaten path, it's never for anything of value.
Right. Well, yeah, I get that. And there are times where I'm just using Fallout as an example, but like, I'll find this like bunker or something and go in and like really don't come out with much. Maybe just some ammo. Ammo's, fairly scarce in that game. So, I mean, finding a chest with some ammo in it's kind of worth it. But then you run into bunkers that are full of enemies, so you're wasting all your ammo anyway. But like, I was playing it yesterday and I found this bunker and was just kind of rummaging around. There was like no enemies. So I was like, this is kind of weird. Well, and then all of a sudden out of this hole in the ceiling, this death claw came down, and that's like one of the biggest, baddest enemies in the game. And I was like, God damn, I'm not prepared for this. I did end up finding like I tucked into this room that he couldn't. They're just these huge lumbering lizard looking things, and he couldn't get in. So I kind of cheesed it and threw some grenades out there and stuff and killed him. And the area that he came down from, I ran back up there, and there was Fallout's version of like a nuclear launcher is called the Fat Man. It's this big ass like cannon thing you put on your shoulder. There was a Fat Man in there with like 3 nukes laying on the floor. Like, I'm not that far into this game. I shouldn't have that weapon yet. But that kind of made me feel cool because I was just like, dude, I have a weapon that I probably shouldn't even have yet, but I found it by exploring. So that's the kind of that gives me the satisfaction. So
I have questions on Fallout 4, but are you gonna do a segment on it?
I think I should.
All right, I'll save it for that.
I mean, I don't know. It's such an older game, but like it's pulling me back in again.
Well,
I don't know.
Is the Anniversary Edition anything other than a port and all the DLC? Did they do anything?
No.
Okay, that answers that question.
It's a port. Yeah, it's a port with all the all the DLC add-ons, runs better. So the Switch 2 version has there's a performance, there's a graphics, and then there's like a middle ground. Which I'm playing it on the middle ground. The 60 FPS one, the textures just get just a tad too blurry.
Sure.
Like it, yeah. With the middle ground one though, everything looks great. Runs at about like 40 to 45 ish. I mean, pretty consistently, which isn't the highest frame rate, but I don't think I've ever played Fallout 4 higher than 30. So even a slight bump there, I mean, it just makes the game is very slow anyway, so the frame rate isn't a huge deal in this, but even just a slight bump up in the frame rate on the Switch 2 does kind of make the experience just that much better.
Yeah, I mean, so. I love what you said on episode 7. You said that the jump from 30 to 45 is more significant than 45 to 60. I think that's a great way to put it, and I love that you said that, because I agree with you there. I mean, my experience is very limited, but I can definitely see that being the case. So that's just, I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And of course, feel free to do a segment on it if you want to. We don't have any limitations. You know that. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
I know.
So, that's cool. So cool. I don't know. Next week sounds like, we're definitely going to have we're definitely going to have Pokopia next week, I think, because Jason's going to play it and my wife's playing it, and I'm going to have her fucking sit in for me. And I'm going to be here, but she's going to have some conversations with Jason about Pokopia because I'm not playing it. I don't know how that's going to go. My wife's not a massive gamer, but she's trying to be a part of the show, so we're gonna do it.
I'm still kind of excited about that though, because like you just got through saying that, like, in these like open world things, you just kind of get like lost and it kind of like freaks you out. I'm getting kind of freaked out in Pokopia.
That's the one thing my wife said, is that she keeps getting lost.
There's so much to do and you get lost, and there's almost so much to do that you don't know what to do.
Yeah, I hate that.
If that makes any sense.
That right there that just ensured I will never play that game. I guarantee you I will never play it now.
That's the issue I'm having with this. It's fun, it's cool. It's just that like you look around and you know that like all the stuff can be changed if you wanted to. There's buildings that are crumbled that eventually you're gonna rebuild, and then you got Pokemon running around wanting you to do stuff, and I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. There's not like a home base in that game where you're home. There's not a home settlement. No. Jesus Christ.
I
don't think a game has been made less for me than that.
It's I'm gonna keep going, but it like to be a cozy game, like I don't feel very cozy.
Cool. It's gonna be a fun conversation. I
think it will.
I might fucking play it for like an hour to maybe have some points to bring to that conversation, but I think mostly it's going to be you, and I'll still be here. Not that it matters, but I just want to bring my wife on because she's been playing it. She'll have more knowledge than me, and so it'll be fun.
And playing it, jumping into this type of game for an hour, still don't think it's
going to do anything.
Okay. I don't think so.
I just want to see it. I don't know. Anyways, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun conversation. Let's fucking take our first break of the episode. Like I said, it's the first like main episode of March, so we got game releases to cover. So we'll be here a bit. So, anyways, stick around, guys. We'll be right back.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Spawn Point Podcast. We just took our first break, and we are back now to talk about the March releases. Not a real exciting month, but kind of glad that it is because I don't need any more shit to play.
True, absolutely true.
I'm glad it's a slower month. So, So what we're up to? We're at the 8th right now. So some of the stuff's already been out, but like Cam said, we had to kind of do a mini pod, so we kind of missed talking about this for like the very beginning of March. But there's some decent stuff on here.
Just rip through it, Jason.
Want to run down them or rip
you
through
go
them?
ahead, rip through them.
Blueprints, Nintendo Switch 2, March 3rd. Looks cool. Cool little puzzle game. Got really good reviews.
Very highly praised.
Yeah, very highly praised. Mini Shoot Adventures, I already talked about. Nintendo Switch 2 came out on March 3rd. The Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered. PC, Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch came out on March 3rd. Didn't even really look into that one too much.
It's the remade third game. It is what it is.
Yeah. It's cool for people who there's a lot of Legacy Kain fans out there, so that's cool for them.
Yep.
Rotwood covered it. Came out March 3rd.
Yep.
Scott Pilgrim EX, the follow-up to their first kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up game, PC, Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and 2, March 3rd came out. God, there's a lot of them that came out on March 3rd. Looks really cool. I always wanted to play the first one, just never got around to it, so I think I'll probably skip this one, maybe eventually come back to it if I ever try out the first one. Marathon released on the 5th. That's the Bungie, basically, extraction shooter.
Yep. So I intended on doing some Server Slam footage of this, and that was the day my PC exploded. So
that's right.
I could have just done it offline, but I honestly thought our show was over at that point. So I was like, I don't even care. I think
yeah, man, you jumped right to we're done.
Yeah, I pretty much thought we were. I'm like, I'm not fucking coming out of pocket for a new fucking PC right now, but my wife insisted, so I did. But so I don't know. Marathon's had a bit of an interesting launch. It was very popular at release, but it is hemorrhaging players now.
Yep.
So we'll continue to track it. I don't play extraction shooters, guys. It's not my fucking thing. It's too boring for me. So I did not get a chance to feel the game and figure out the gameplay feel, which is what I really wanted to do with the Server Slam, but it was a bad day, put it bluntly. So we didn't get there. Anyways, that's all I have on Marathon. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. It's just it's a weird thing, you know. Like people talk about like, what's that other big extraction shooter that's out right now?
Arc Raiders.
The third person. Yeah. Arc Raiders is going to lose like all these players because of Marathon, but then I read these things that Marathon's not getting the player count that they were hoping for. I'm like, well, where are they then?
It's very sad Bungie's locked to this fucking project. I mean, we've talked about this, but Bungie's such a good FPS dev, and this is just not, I mean, and I don't think extraction shooters are the new hotness, but that it does not appeal to me in the fucking slightest. So it just sucks, because I don't know with the state of the industry, if this thing flops, they might be fucked. So
I'd say there's a chance.
Not good. Let's continue.
No, let's continue. Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. I don't know what this one is.
I looked this up. God damn it. I looked all these up, and then all of them have slipped my mind. So this game is a game.
Yeah. It's a game for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, PC, Nintendo Switch. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, everything.
God damn
PC, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch 2.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is like it's like a side-scrolling adventure game. Great art style. The first one went over pretty well. This one, from what I'm seeing so far, people are enjoying it. That came out on March 5th. Pokemon Pokopia Switch 2 came out on March 5th. We'll be talking more about that one. The Slay the Spire early access came out on PC on March 5th. Did you get a chance to?
Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to play it at all.
Okay.
Yet. But that is definitely a priority game for me.
Yeah, that we'll be definitely talking about that one. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake comes out on. We're finally to games that aren't out yet.
Yeah.
Comes out on PC, Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2 on March 12th. I don't know. Isn't that like kind of like a semi-horror? Like
very, very horror. These are the Fatal
pictures.
Frame. Yep. The Fatal Frame games are old school horror games where you play as a very Japanese. You play as a schoolgirl, and you basically fight demons or fight ghosts, apparitions with a camera. I've not played any of these, but like I said, I will be covering the demo. So you'll get a full playthrough of the demo on our YouTube channel on Wednesday. I just want to check it out. These games are notoriously very scary, though. Like this franchise as a whole is super scary. So I'm excited to check out the demo and make my decision on whether or not I want to purchase it or not. But just look forward to that on the channel.
Cool. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando comes out on March 12th.
Interesting
on PC,
thing.
Xbox Series, and PS5.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Interesting thing on this one. Made by Saber Interactive.
Yep.
So the guys behind World War Z and Space Marine. I might be talking my ass.
Yes. No, one of the Space Marine games.
The new one, I
can't remember which one, but
anyways, this is interesting to me for the simple fact that it's Saber, and Saber's also making John Wick. But this is like not
totally different.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is like World War Z. It literally is like Left 4 Dead 3. I mean, is kind of what it's going for. It looks like. So it looks kind of cool. I never really got into Left 4 Dead. That may be blasphemy as a gamer, but it wasn't really my thing. But that's
really either. I tried it, but I
never had a good group.
Didn't stick with me.
Never had a good group for that.
But, that you do need.
That's kind of what Toxic Commando is. Looks kind of cool, but I'm not going to prioritize this one.
It does look cool. No, not either. Road Out comes out on March 12th for PC, Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch. Don't know much about this one either.
This looks like a Metroidvania where you play as a car. This looks like it might be up your alley. Actually, you said okay. No, it looks like Mini Shoot Adventures. Like exactly like that. Almost.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Just look at the demo, but whatever. Go ahead.
Okay. Yep. Solesta 2, PC, sure. March 12th.
Hell yeah, go get it.
Yeah, go get that one. Watch, this will be another big hops.
No.
What the hell is Celeste?
Nah, that's only on PC. I ain't gonna do that shit. Fuck that crap.
I ain't touching that one. What the hell is this? 1348 X Voto, PC and PS5.
I looked this up. Looks like a very It's a game that takes place in 1348 Italy. You play as a female knight. It looks the game play they showed looked like it was running at maybe 10 FPS. Looks like it's going to be an absolute stinker.
Wonderful.
Yep.
We need more of those. Collector's Cove comes out March 12th for PC, PS5, Nintendo Switch. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, PC, Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2 on March 13th. This is the third entry in the Monster Hunter Stories games, which the first two were actually pretty cool. Kind of a RPG, a turn-based RPG game set in the Monster Hunter universe.
And you told me these are not co-op games, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
So I think I downloaded the first one on my PlayStation 5 because I want to play it.
Okay. Yeah, they're good games. Just a very, turn-based RPGs where you actually recruit monsters instead of going out and killing them all, but then you're using your monsters to battle other monsters. So
normally turn-based would have put me off, but I've embraced the nerd in me and I love them now. So I'm excited to check out the first one.
Yeah, the cool thing about the Monster Hunter Stories games, the RPG mechanics are very like rock paper scissors. So like you come up against enemies that are strong in certain areas, but like kind of like Pokemon, I guess, like water beats fire, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of that built into the turn-based mechanics, which actually is pretty cool. So
yeah, makes it a little bit more approachable. Anyways,
yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
We talked about Dead Zone Rogue coming out on Nintendo Switch 2 on March 17th. Kim said this looked pretty cool. It's like a roguelite first-person sci-fi game.
Yep, it's a straight up roguelike. You're on a ship and you fucking clear levels. Not much story. Get your Joy-Con extenders ready for that one.
Yeah. I'll probably play this one with my Pro controller. So
nice.
Yeah. Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun comes out on the March 18th for Nintendo Switch 2 looks cool. I I don't need another game.
I never got into Shadow Tactics, and it's not my thing.
Yeah, it's like isometric,
Yep.
like stealth. Yep. Okay, thought so.
Yep.
Crimson Desert comes out on March 19th for PC, Xbox Series, and PS5. This is the single-player RPG set in the
Black Desert.
What was the Black Desert game? So I don't know. It's getting some hype, but
it's getting a lot of hype. Everything I've seen has been very positive. This is not for me.
Nope.
So
same here. So. Death Stranding 2 finally comes out on PC. That would be Death Stranding 2 on the Beach on March 19th. There's a lot of PC players that are they've literally held off buying this on the PlayStation so that they could play it on their PC, and they finally get a chance to on March 19th.
Better cherish that while you can, because we're gonna have a news topic about this.
Yep. Disney Dreamlight Valley Nintendo Switch 2 edition comes out on the 25th. I'm hoping this is like a free upgrade or like a small upgrade. I did play actually a bit of this on the original Switch. Very Animal Crossing set in the Disney universe. So all your villagers are Disney characters. And you can.
Is that game heavily monetized?
No.
Okay, so it's a one-time purchase. That's good. Okay.
It's a one-time purchase. Yep. So yeah, all the stuff that you can get it is with in-game currency. So
nice, good stuff.
What's next? Damon and Baby.
It's a side-scrolling game. 26th? No, not even. It's a little adventure game with a big beast and a baby. I don't know. Looks weird. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sounds weird. Okay. Life is Strange Reunion comes out on the March 26th for PC, Xbox Series, and PS5. The Life is Strange games are well regarded. I've never gotten into them.
Me either. They started coming out right at the end of Telltale's run, where everything was that genre was overdone at that point. But I'd be curious to have some more of those. I need to play fucking Dispatch. So off topic as usual for me. Anyways, continue. Life is Strange. I'm not going to cover that.
No, I doubt I will either. So. The Midnight Walk comes out on March 26th for the Nintendo Switch 2. They did it was a very small little showcase on this during the indie thing on Nintendo. It looks like a first person Little Nightmares, like very heavily stylized kind of horror-ish, but almost slightly on the cartoony side, like Little Nightmares is. Don't know a whole lot about it except for what they showed in the short little trailer for it. So I'll keep my eye on it. If it looks interesting, maybe I'll cover it. Cool. Up next, Super Mario.
1 second. To bop back up, I remember what Nevergrave is. Nevergrave is like a Hollow Knight clone. That's it.
Oh.
That's all
where
I had.
was that one at? That was
March 5th release. It's out if you want it.
March 5th. It's out.
I mean, you still have Silksong though. People are probably still working through that. But
I am.
That's what that is, I think. Or if I remember correctly.
That is.
Either that or anyways, continue, sorry.
No problem. Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. What's the whole title? It's ridiculous. Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Something Escape to Bella Bell Park is like the whole title. It's ridiculous. It's basically they added on a multiplayer mode to Super Mario Brothers Wonder, where you're exploring this park and you can do all these mini games and stuff. I will probably not touch that one. I mean, I'm trying to talk too fast. Super Mario Brothers Wonder was a cool side-scrolling traditional Mario game on Switch 2, but I don't think I need to hop back into that one. So. Neopets Mega Mini Games Collection comes out on PC, Nintendo Switch, and PS5 on March 26th. I'm guessing it's a mega collection of mini games.
Yeah, so Neopets was after my time, so it was way, way after your time, old man.
I have no idea.
These were like little stuffed animals that you could buy, and they had like a chip in them, and you could play. It was like a PC. I don't fucking know anything about it. I'm talking completely out of my arse here, but I'm assuming it's just like a collection of Mario Party mini games.
Okay.
I don't know.
Featuring the Neopets.
Yeah, that you probably don't need to buy the stuffed animals for anymore. It's like Skylanders before Skylanders. I think. I could be fucking way wrong, though, too. I could be talking... Yeah, probably. Fuck it. Continue.
I have no idea.
We're too old.
Super Lucky's... Yeah. New Super Lucky's Tales comes out on PS5 on March 26th. I think this was... Was this tied to Nintendo?
Nope. Don't think so.
Xbox?
PlayStation.
Okay.
Super Lucky's Tales.
Why does it come out on... It's not
a... exclusive.
Is it a new...
Yeah, it's a 3D platformer. Okay, it's like a Banjo. Like I didn't play it much, but yeah, I think it's only on PS5.
Oh, okay. So this is like the new game in the series.
I guess.
I'm judging by new Super Lucky's Tale. Okay,
I think that's a good guess.
Yep. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection comes out on March 27th for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch. Good Lord. I think wasn't this like the sort of RPG style Mega Man games? Like
I don't even know, to be honest. No clue.
I think it was like a grid, like almost grid based RPG style game set in the Mega Man universe.
That sounds great. Cool, man.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry.
Nope, don't know. These last two, I don't know either. Opus Prism Peak comes out on... Oh, this just says March sometime. PC, Nintendo Switch, and Switch 2. Don't know.
Cool.
Sand Raiders of Sophie comes out sometime this month on PC and PS5.
It's a survival extraction shooter.
Pass. Boy.
Yeah, boy is right.
Okay. I believe that is all we have for March.
Yeah, not bad. Pretty good. I mean, it's a lighter month. Well, I need that time to catch up on some stuff, so that's good with me.
Absolutely do.
Couple quick add-ons here. Game Pass editions for this month. You're getting Cyberpunk 2077 for free. Nice, nice, nice.
Yep,
Planet of Lana 2 comes out straight. That's probably already out on Game Pass. Construction Sim. Actually not a bad simulator game. I like simulator games. That game's kind of cool.
Really? Yeah.
Blueprints Game Pass. So puts Jason in a bit of a pickle. Does he wait to buy it on Nintendo Switch, or does he just play it on his Xbox? We will find out probably sometime in the future.
I should probably play it on my Xbox.
Yeah. DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse Ready to Party also for the kids.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking finally.
Hell yeah, dude. PlayStation Plus gets PGA Tour 2K25, Monster Hunter Rise, Slime Rancher 2, and the Elder Scrolls Online Collection Gold Road. So there you go. There's your free games. I'm not covering Epic Game Store frees. We're consoles. We're console dudes. Nintendo should have free game. Yeah, right, dude.
Tell me about it.
They won't. Yeah. Dude. Come on, dude.
I know.
Fucking, you could probably still go buy Mario Kart 8 for $60 right now. That's
yeah.
Which is worth it.
Those first-party Nintendo games just do not go on sale. However, I will mention that on Tuesday, March 10th, is Mario Day because, of course, it's March 10th, MAR10, Mario. They have already come out and said there will be 3 free Mario games that you can download on March 10th, but I don't think, unless I missed it, what they are. They just said 3 free Mario games available on Nintendo Switch on March 10th.
We're going to get Mario 35 back?
I don't know. Maybe.
Kind of cool. Maybe like a modernized version, like in the Sunshine world.
Like in like the
That'd be fucking
or even
sick.
Wasn't that like NES style Mario, like the Mario 35, like the like
it was.
original,
I think it was. Oh, I think there was a collection. I think it would cycle between NES and I fucking barely played it.
And like Super Nintendo, like
I think it went
was
up
all
Super
based
Nintendo,
on like
okay. I could be wrong though.
Cool.
You're the Switch guy. But I don't know that. I don't know. That's cool. I'll keep my eye on that. We probably, well, I was gonna say we could have done shorts this week for Mario Day, but I think I've covered my favorite Sunshine, and so I don't think we'd be revolutionizing anything with that.
Yeah. No, I doubt it.
What's your favorite Mario game?
Super Mario World.
That's a great choice. I love that choice.
I still think that's always go back to that at any time, and
Same,
it's
me too.
still awesome.
Me too. I
Yeah.
have too much nostalgia for
There's a
Sunshine.
lot of good ones. If I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Something else I was going to say, but I guess it's irrelevant. Let's continue.
Okay.
We got a comment on the mini podcast from our good buddy Cole Zicki, second appearance on the Spawn Point podcast. I've come to report that Resident Evil Requiem is a really fun game. Also came out on Switch too. So,
yes, it did.
We just wanted to talk about this here because, yes, Resident Evil Requiem is absolutely doing incredibly well. So it's the highest rated Resident Evil game ever released, I believe, from what the reports I saw. I don't have a specific article to reference for this, but yeah, I did just want to take a second to shout it out. It's doing very well. I'm interested in it, but for fucking Christ's sakes, we are buried in shit games. We're not shit games. We're buried in games right now. So this is going to be a game I try to visit maybe in another slower month because I got enough for March to cover me for decades.
I would love to as well. And they also released the the triple pack with 7 and 8 for the Switch. I mean, a bargain price, but I just
really. I was going to ask you, what did they release that at?
Okay, so like Resident Evil Requiem, I think is $70 on Switch 2, but you can get 7, 8, and Requiem for $90.
Ooh, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
That it is, but I can't. Yeah.
I think we'll cover this later.
Right now.
No, I don't blame. I couldn't spend $1,300 on a PC either, but this is a game that is we're both, our interest is peaked because of the critical reception.
Yeah, for sure.
Not going to be a super priority, but yes, the game looks dope, and I'm glad it's doing well. Resident Evil, that engine would make any game good, I think. The RE engine is fucking absurd. It's such a good engine.
It's really good, and I've never been like a huge Resident Evil fan. Not that I dislike them, I just have never fully gotten into them. That's why I wasn't like super pumped about this one when it was coming out. But now that it's out, it's like, God damn, I want to try it.
No shit, yeah. It's everybody's.
Yeah,
we'll get to it. You know how it is around here, guys.
My feed is full of Requiem stuff.
Same.
I'm like, God damn it, that looks good.
It does look good. Okay. Let's move on from there. Thank you, Cole Zicki. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to cover this one, dude?
Yeah, so is it Nacon? I never know how to pronounce this one.
I think it's Nacon, but it doesn't matter.
Nacon?
Potato.
Okay, so
tomato, tomato.
Yeah, I threw this in here because Nacon, they've put out a lot of, they published a lot of games. I mean, Cam talked about Test Drive, Unlimited Solar Crown. I mean, love it or hate it. It's still a pretty decent sized game to be released. They've done all the WRC games. They did RoboCop Rogue City, which actually turned out pretty well.
Yep.
Rensport, a lot of racing games. Gear Club Unlimited 3 that just came out. They have their hand in the session skateboarding games, but anyway, they postponed their games showcase after filing for insolvency, which I don't really know what that means.
I don't either.
To be perfectly honest, basically they, okay, so I'm just going to read the article because this will clear some stuff up. But French publisher and developer Nacon has delayed its game showcase to May 2026 after filing for insolvency. So Nacon's annual Connect showcase was scheduled to air on March 4th, but was postponed to ensure future announcements have the impact they deserved. So they were faced with a difficult economic environment for the company, and they are choosing to focus their resources on upcoming releases and to the development of their current games, it said. So I want to get into, last week, Nacon announced that its majority shareholder, Big Ben Interactive, was unable to make a 43 million euro loan repayment due to the unexpected refusal of its banking pool to respond to the drawdown notice. What the fuck?
So here you go. Insolvency versus bankruptcy, because that's kind of where the confusion is, right? Insolvency is the financial state of being unable to pay debts, while filing for bankruptcy is the legal proceeding to address it. So they're basically not filing bankruptcy. They're just not able to pay their debts currently. That's the difference.
Okay.
So they're not like saying, "Oh fuck, we give up. We're filing bankruptcy." They're saying we will get to it. We just aren't able to right now.
Okay. So with that, I guess insolvency, they're still what they're saying is this procedure will enable the company to continue its business, renegotiate its debts, and develop a credible and effective continuation plan. So it's like they're still hanging on, but they're in some financial trouble.
Yep.
I don't know. I just thought this was surprising. I mean, the WRC games are very niche, but they always still sell.
Yep.
So I don't know. I was just kind of surprised by this, I guess.
I am as well, but the moral of the story, this is not good, I would say.
No.
If you're really big into Nacon, whatever, for some reason, I would be a little nervous. But I mean, you have releases on here. Solar Crown fucking stinks. Yeah, I did not do a coverage on that because I've been playing Tokyo Xtreme or TXR.
Yeah.
So I just didn't play it anymore. Maybe I'll go back to it. I don't really know, but that game stinks. I know that Session is very popular amongst that niche skateboarding community as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's just and so are the WRC games.
Yeah, right.
Like I after like underneath Formula One, WRC is like my next favorite racing style or whatever you want to call it.
That's cool. Really
crazy, man. That shit is that rally shit is wild. And the games have been a pretty good representation of what the sport is. I mean, the WRC games they're up to freaking 35 now. No, they're up to like 10, but like
it's up there.
Then WRC Generations came out last year or the year before maybe. It's still a great game. So I don't know. It's just it makes me wonder how much longer some of these franchises are going to go based on this news. So
for sure, it's a nerve-wracking little thing. T's and P's to them. Hopefully they can get it all sorted out. But I think obviously with this is going to come some restructuring, so we'll probably hear some franchises be slaughtered, or just won't see them anymore. But that stinks. But good thing to cover nonetheless.
Yeah.
Jason, cover the next one for me too.
All right. Cam's gonna go off on this one, but so just a few days ago, actually, they talked about Xbox's next console. Xbox's next console, Project Helix, officially plays PC and Xbox games. Weird, plays Xbox games. But the rumors about the PC and Xbox games being playable on the next Xbox system have been confirmed. How we touched on the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Asha Sharma. She's only been on the job for a short period of time, but she's already made a big announcement. The next Xbox console is codenamed Project Helix and is going to play both. Okay, we already said that. Both Xbox and PC games. Sharma shared the news on social media and added that Project Helix is a part of Team Xbox's commitment to the return of Xbox. Video released by Xbox showcased the Project Helix logo and what may be the system's boot up noise. So you can check that out if you want to. She just said we built a console because we wanted to build a better PC, which could then perform for gaming. I don't know. I think that's most of the news there. I just wanted to mention that they talked about the release of the potential next Xbox console.
So. All right, buckle up because I got some fucking takes on this shit. All right, so
here we go.
This has been a conversation that's rolled over through our podcast quite a few times. They initially were leaked that the Xbox was going to come out in 2027. We both were like, "There's no fucking way with the way of the world. There's no way." And that was with Phil Spencer at the helm. Then he retired, and Asha Sharma came in, and that kind of moved me to about 50-50 that they could, since she has no experience in gaming at all. I thought that increased the odds of it coming out next year. because she doesn't know what she's doing. Yeah, I don't know. She's not a game industry person. So I figured that moved it up. With the announcement of the project name, I am at about an 80-20% chance that this comes out next year now. And I think it's going to be 2027 holiday season. You'll probably see the new Xbox in November.
Whoa.
That's my guess. That's my guess is we'll see it in November. First things first. I stated this before. I think that putting Ash Sharma in place of Phil Spencer, who is a game industry giant, is a way of quietly sunsetting the Xbox brand.
Yeah.
So this comment about a commitment to the return of Xbox while you're releasing a PC Xbox hybrid doesn't jive with me, doesn't make any sense to me. So I think there's a strong chance this is the final Microsoft hardware product. Very highly believe that. It's a PC. This is going to be a fucking PC. But on top of that, I don't think it's going to have Steam. I know that Epic Game Store is going to go to it, but I don't think it's going to have Steam. Which is the biggest launcher. But Steam's not going to. Steam is not going to give them when they're in the console market with their Steam machine.
Machine.
Right, they're in the market now. Right, so Xbox is kind of moving out of the console space and kind of competing directly against the Steam machine. I don't think this thing is going to be cheaper than the Steam machine. I think the Steam machine is expected to be over $1,000. I think this will be over $1,000 as well. And what's going to happen is, well, how do I even fucking word this, dude?
I don't know.
Games get produced for PC and they run on the Helix. There's not going to be an Xbox.
Yeah.
Everything that's going to be made is going to be a PC game. This thing is a Steam machine.
Yeah.
So this moves Microsoft out of the console market. So I totally see them sunsetting the brand. I see them sunsetting the brand. I totally do. You're not going to build a better PC than a PC. I don't know what that means either. What kind of a weird statement.
Yeah.
But that also screams incredibly expensive. So maybe they're going into the pre-built PC market. I don't understand what's going on here, other than the fact that I think it solidifies my point that I made earlier that they're going to slowly start to sunset the Xbox gaming brand. And they might become a game publisher, but I think this is the final hardware product unless this thing does gangbusters and slaughters the Steam machine, which is possible. But they're no longer in a position where they're competing with PlayStation with this device.
No.
What a weird.
That's how I felt too. It's a PC. It's a Microsoft Xbox PC, and then the Xbox name is going to slowly just kind of
fall out of
fade away.
Yep. I mean, you're going to have Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is the move. That's going to be their thing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole. Yep. That's the whole shebang. So
I do not think you are wrong.
Who's buying this?
Right.
Seriously, hey, try to answer it. Who is buying this?
No, not many. That's all I can say. Not many, and Xbox has even lost a lot of its, Xbox, fanboys over the years. So I don't know. I can't see this doing super well, especially at the price. It's probably going to be.
Here's what this thing is, man, and this is maybe what I mean. Let's be honest.
You get into this stuff a lot more than I do. So sometimes when I don't have a real solid
that's totally fine
answer, I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking know. I want to play games.
It's fine. I'm not trying to talk over your head. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I'm just trying to make it a broad conversation.
Yeah.
What this thing is it is a PC. It's going to have a Linux It's going to have a Linux based operating system that runs proprietary Xbox software or whatever the fuck. But if we look at the Series X and the PS5, those basically are mini PCs as well. The problem is, this is going to be priced at pre-built PC price.
Yep.
Why would you limit yourself to a restricted, locked-on device when you could just buy a PC?
Right.
What?
Right. Okay.
The only thing that the only thing that this does is it allows you to have your. I mean, the only thing that's going to separate this, I suppose, is it's going to still be able to hook up to your TV and just run. Whereas, like, right. Whereas, like, I could technically do that with my PC, but I wouldn't. So the form factor is going to be tighter. So it's going to still kind of feel like a console. But we get shit for this every time we talk about Xbox, because there are still a lot of people that like the brand. And I'm not trying.
Sure.
I'm not saying this to be an asshole. I'm just saying, if you purchase this over a pre-built, they're going to be comparable in price. You're making the wrong choice. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Like, you're going to get more bang for your buck just buying a fucking PC at that point. So that's kind of that. I think it's a weird move, but it kind of follows Xbox's statement of everything's Xbox. Yeah. It's not a surprise. I just I don't like
to go back real quick to your question, and when you're like, who's buying this? I mean, the only people that I can see are people that really don't like to mess with PCs. Like, they look at this and they go, this is a all-in-one thing that I don't have to put a graphics card into. I don't have to add, memory to it or whatever. I can just sit down and play my games. They are playing a PC, but that's not how they look at it. Would be my only thought on, because I don't play PC games. I fully understand that it's the best way to play. You can get the most out of your games with PCs. I just like to play games, and I don't like to mess with, my graphics options and all this crap in order to make them run and play the best that they can. And that's great for the people who do. I don't dig into that. I'm not trying to say that this is for me either, but I can see where some people might.
I think what you're saying is totally accurate. But if you want that console experience that you've always had, you need to buy a PlayStation. I'm sorry. It's the fucking truth. It is not. It's just the end of the conversation. The reason that Microsoft is able to do this is because they are Microsoft. They develop Windows, which is obviously the operating system that's run on PCs since the 90s. They're able to kind of combobulate these things, and it's not a big deal. So tying into this, I'm going to try to move on from this. Tying into this here, Sony announced they're no longer releasing single-player PlayStation exclusives on PC. This is a clear, direct reaction to the fact that the Project Helix is a PC. They want to remain a place for players to play games on a video game console. It's very obvious. So this shows the direction shift between Microsoft moving into the portable PC market and PlayStation holding the line, for now at least, of still being a console developer. So this is their strategy going forward. They're going to release Wolverine. It is not coming to PC, they said. And so this is what's going to separate them and keep them as their own product away from what Microsoft is now doing. So really, the console market at this point is PlayStation. That is it. And I have a PC. My previous PC before it exploded was a very capable machine. My new machine's an upgrade. So I have the ability to play games on PC. I prefer my consoles, though. So I'm kind of a weirdo in that way. So to your point, I don't necessarily think PC is the best place to play. I prefer playing on my.
I don't either. I'm just saying, like, as a topic, you know, when people get into the arguments of where the best place to play your games is, you know, there's a vast majority of people that still say PC. I'm just not in that group.
The best place to play games is where you can play them. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Just play games wherever you
wherever you
play
have the most fun playing them.
Yep. So, weird. Yeah. Really fucking weird. I guess. Go ahead.
Yeah, super weird. But I know we don't want to stay on this too long, and we'll get off this topic. But have you seen Asha Sharma's like resume? Like,
yeah, I didn't even hold it into my fucking brain.
One is she's pretty young. She's only like 35, 38, somewhere in that range. That makes
me feel good.
The longest that she's been at any particular company, she's been at like 5 or 6 companies before Xbox. Her longest tenure at any company was 2 years. So
does that not does that not tie into sunsetting the Xbox brand like I fucking said?
That's exactly what I was trying to get at. Yeah, she's gonna come in, do whatever it is that she does, and then move on.
Anyway, we're psychics, dude. Anyways, Jason, it's time to fucking look into PlayStation.
I 100% agree.
Anyways, there's not much to go into with this PlayStation exclusive topic, but like I said, it is a direct reaction to the announcement of the Helix. So this is 100%. A firm stance by PlayStation saying we're staying in the console market. Whatever the fuck Xbox does is whatever the fuck they do, but we're still going to make a gaming device built for gaming. God damn it. I'm a PlayStation fanboy now. I don't exactly know. I feel weird about it. But
I hate that term. I hate the
fanboy term too, but damn, I love my PS5. Xbox is fucking weird, and PlayStation is doing things to keep console gaming around, and I've always played games on consoles, and I love that. So they're making the right moves, and Xbox is being weird.
Being Xbox.
Correct. Jason, next up, let's move on from there before the shit goes south. Unless you have something
a little bit more Xbox news. The first Xbox Studios release of 2026 is here, and it's been vastly reworked for launch. And the game that we're talking about is Towerborn. And the tagline here says, "You've seen Towerborn before, but not like this." Let's see. Today, when this article came out, they're talking about the Xbox Studios released their first game of 2026, and it's Towerborn, which has been in early access for years now, but is officially it has officially released its 1.0 release. I watched Cam's pulling up the trailer right now. I watched the trailer and right now. I played Towerborn in early access, and I actually thought it was fun. You could kind of tell it was early access. It didn't feel like 100% complete yet, but the gameplay itself was a lot of fun. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, with a lot going on in the background. I mean, you have a fully customizable, upgradable, character that you basically bring into all these battles. But watching this footage right now is like leaps and bounds better than what it was during early access. So when they weren't kidding, when it's like not the Towerborn that you remember. I think this has potential. Right there, PS5.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's Xbox Game Studio. They're like, our first release of 2026 is out.
Everywhere.
Also on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So
that's the way of the world now, I guess. Our way of this.
It is the way of the world.
We just had a fucking 20-minute conversation.
Yes, we did. But Towerborn, I just wanted to touch on it because I thought it was cool, and this looks like it's even better now. So I don't know.
It does look better than
I'm not sure.
It does look better than the trailer that I saw, because I remember being like, "Oh boy, I don't like it."
Yeah,
I still don't like. I still don't like this art style. I'm gonna be honest. I do not like this. I don't know what it is. It looks cheap to me. It's like cell shaded. Yeah. This is not hitting me very well. I mean, it might be different for everybody else, to be honest, but it just seems I don't know.
I just thought the RPG like mechanics of like, you know, really like tweaking your character. Like you just don't see that a lot in like, you know, what is essentially sort of a, you know, a side-scrolling beat 'em up style game that just there's just more going on in this than a lot of games that are similar. So
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This shit's just missing me. I don't like I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. So the art style, I don't know, it makes it look like a old 360 Xbox Live Arcade title.
Yeah.
And I'm not nostalgic for that.
No, I
don't know. It just
I see that.
I don't know. It's just it's just whiffing me hard.
Our coworker Mike Anderson he also was playing a little bit of the early access demo. So him and I were kind of, you know, going back and forth talking about this one. So I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to him and see if this is something that he's gonna try out. I just don't know if I feel like it, but
a lot of beat 'em ups lately. What the fuck is going on?
I know, tons. Yeah,
it's weird. Kind of the resurgence of the
like
beat 'em
ups with like new like gameplay mechanics in them, which I think is kind of cool.
Roguelike beat 'em ups, dude. It's a new hotness.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know. They must be selling if everybody's making them.
I know. Right?
This is available on Game Pass, and it is a $24.99 if you want to grab it for any of the other consoles. It is released everywhere, I believe. Did it say Switch? Nope.
No.
Not on the Switch.
Not on Switch.
Anywhere else, though, you can go ahead and get this game if you're interested. And let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Flat fans, take heed. Spiritual successor. We're moving to PlayStation. Spiritual successor Trail Out crashes onto PS5 this week. I love Flat Out. I didn't actually know anything about this, but when Jason posted this in our doc, I watched a guy play it. It looks a little strange. Looks like it might not control that well.
I know.
But I am interested in this. I will throw it on my wish list.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know. I'll
pull up the trailer.
I threw this in you because you had talked about like in Flat Out.
Absolutely.
I did, but I don't think I probably played as much of it as you did. So, but yeah, this looks different. It's like Wreckfest mixed with.
Well, that makes sense.
The vehicle combat stuff, I never really got into, but
it's like fucking Vin Diesel.
There's like karting, and there's like
this is Flat Out. I mean, it's even got Flat Out 70 car roster. Damn. This has got like the what am I trying to say here? It's very Flat Out in the way, like these stunt events. This is typical Flat Out stuff. They're like Frank Woods, or I think his name is, like there's the NPC or the rivals you're Frank Woods. Yeah, the rivals you're racing are straight out of Flat Out. So first person. Oh, Jesus Christ. This game, boy, this game looks interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out sometime. Probably.
Yeah.
But split screen mode. Dude, I'm getting blown away here a little bit. Lost Torrent literally looks like Vin Diesel. But no, this game looks cool.
Yeah, I know.
Cool, man. I'm glad they're still making these. Like I said, I can't get enough of my racing games. And Flat Out's a good series to take inspiration from. So yeah, I think this is one I'll have to check out. I loved Wreckfest. Kind of waiting on the release of Wreckfest 2.
I did too. Yeah, I am too. Wreckfest just played great, I thought.
It did. It was such a fun little game.
Yeah.
Anyways, Trail Out is coming, dude. Shout out to Trail Out. I don't have anything for the next thing, so I guess we'll just keep. No, we're just gonna go ahead and do this maneuver. God of War's next game is rumored to feature Faye instead of Kratos, which I mentioned when we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I thought they were going to Atreus, but it sounds like they're going to Faye, which is fine with me. So this is going to be it has to be a prequel to the first God of War 2018. What are they doing with this franchise?
I don't know. I don't know.
because they're not going. Go ahead.
No, I just because you would mention that you're like, I mean, where else can they go? They got to go to Atreus, and you weren't like super pumped about that because you didn't think the character was as interesting as Kratos, which I 100% agree with. And then now there's this report that it's Faye, Kratos's wife, and I kind of feel like this leak or rumor or whatever is kind of true because it looked like there was like some concept art and stuff already for her, so it looks like it could be legit. I just don't know how I feel about it.
It's going to be weird how they handle this because spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, not really. It's shown in the first cutscene, but in God of War 2018, the whole point of the game is to get to the top of a mountain to bury Faye. So Faye's dead in the first. So we're going to be playing as Faye with Kratos around, I guess. So it's a prequel.
Prequel.
Got to be a prequel. And this is obviously the Norse trilogy. He was not married to Faye in the Greek trilogy. Right. But then they're remastering the Greek trilogy. And I think, Sons of Sparta is in Greece. So they're going so many different directions. It's got me conflicted because I would love a new Greek Kratos, but how could you can't have Norse God of War and Greek God of War going at the same time. So I don't know what's going on. And what is the purpose of remastering the original trilogy if they're not maybe looking at going back to Greece?
Yeah.
So I'm very confused by this whole thing.
So am I.
But I guess we'll have to wait for more information to come out. I will say though,
it's a ways off anyway.
Yeah, but Faye has more potential than Atreus, so that at least makes me somewhat excited.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah.
Faye has no. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck. Faye has never appeared other than as a corpse in the first game, and she's got more. She's got more fucking potential than Atreus. So that says a lot about how I feel about Atreus.
I think it probably has a little bit to do with the fact that you just don't know a whole lot about her, so they can really do whatever they want.
I still think the future of that franchise is going to end up with Atreus at some point. They're going to have to, and I hate it. That's not God of War's Kratos.
I hate it.
I hate it. But at least we're getting the remake of the original 3. That'll be fun. I'm excited to play through those again.
That'll be a ton of fun.
I have
those were my God of War games.
I have all those God of War games over on that shelf over there. I got all the collections, and I was like, oh, God, I play those again. And now I'm just going to wait for the remakes. So that's exciting.
Yep.
Gets a little bit of something off my backlog to push it into the future to then add it to my backlog when it comes out later. So fucking great.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody's favorite time, and we got a special thing for you. You guys know what time it is.
It's Nintendo time!
God damn, that's stupid, but I love it.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, moving on.
It's
fucking Nintendo time. It's Nintendo time. Jason, the host of Nintendo time. Take it away.
Yeah, okay. It's a new show right now. So first thing, this will be quick. I just wanted to throw in here that Pokemon Pocopia has become the highest rated Pokemon game of all time on Metacritic, which is crazy because it's not even a mainline Pokemon game. So the Billion Town Simulator is sitting on a Metascore of 88 on Metacritic.
Whew.
That not only makes it one of the highest reviewed games of the year so far, it's currently sitting alongside Mugenics, which I wanted to check out, RPG Astoric Ebb, and Resident Evil Requiem, we know.
Yep.
But that also makes it the highest rated Pokemon game ever. Pokemon Y also has a Metascore.
Dude,
I
love that. I love the X and Y, dude. That's awesome. I didn't know they scored that high.
Yeah. Yep. And then Pokemon X has an 87, which slightly lowering the average across both 2013 3DS games. That means Pokemon Pocopia outscored Pokemon Moon, Heart Gold, Black, White, Soul Silver, and Sun, which all are sitting at 87. So I mean, it's pretty damn close. 87, 88, but
Oh,
just thought that was interesting.
It's still the best one. This game has got me so confused. You seems kind of but you're early. My wife seems kind of but she's early, and this game's scoring gangbusters. So there's something here
right.
for
There's
somebody.
Something there. It's the Animal Crossing like people. Like it is very much in that world.
My wife is the Animal Crossingest Animal Crossinger of all time, and
that is true.
And she's like,
that is true.
I think she likes it, but she's kind of confused on it.
I mean, we're gonna touch on it more, coming up, but it's just there's just a lot going on in the game, and it feels a little bit overwhelming at times, and I get sidetracked and lost, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. So I don't know. I haven't put a whole lot of time into it yet. So
cool. Well, we'll touch base on this one next week.
Yeah, we will.
Next.
What was next? Oh, you threw this in.
I did. Okay.
The next one.
Pokemon Presents February 26, 2026. Every announcement. What?
No. Back up one.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Kenna one?
Oh, that's below this. Oh, fuck it. We're working on the fly.
Oh, Jesus
Kenna
Christ.
Bridge of Spirits is coming to Nintendo Switch too. So this is a pretty exciting thing. Kenna Bridge of Spirits is a game that's on my backlog, and it got bumped up my backlog list massively after Scars of Komoro was shown off at the PlayStation State of Play. It kind of took both of us by surprise because that game looked really, really good. And Bridge of Spirits has been out for a couple of years, but it is getting a Switch 2 port. So this is cool. Jason has the opportunity to play the first one now as well. And just a cool franchise. I'm glad it's getting a port. And this is
for sure.
promising because might get Scars of Cosmora on there as well.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. Yeah. So guys, I had scrolled down a little too far, and I missed the Pokemon Presents that was in February. It's all good.
But that's all I had to say on that.
Yeah, cool. Let me just see here if they've this is an article that was like continuously updating because it was like running while the Presents was happening, so they were like adding stuff in. But let's see the full presentation of what they announced during the Pokemon Presents. The first one was very odd. It was a Game Boy jukebox.
Oh yeah, I saw. I did watch this actually.
Yeah. So it looks like a little Game Boy, and you actually put cartridges into it, and they play music, Pokemon music. So a little MP3 player, I guess.
I don't know what the hell
it's
point.
It's a collectible.
Yeah, it's
somebody's
100%. They'll sell out.
Love this. I don't know for sure. They also touched on the Pokemon World Championships of 2026. They will be held simultaneously in San Francisco's Chase Center this year. Expect interactive exhibits, cosplay events, competitions, and of course the all-important pop-up show. Yeah, cool. Never been to one of those.
Yeah.
The Pokemon trading card game is getting a 30th anniversary celebration with a new set, which will release simultaneously worldwide later this year. So don't know a whole lot about that so far. So
looks like it's going to be a new release of the base sets, maybe with some different art. My brother's a card collector. He gets all up into this shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He gets all up into Pokemon. Cool. He's got graded cards and stuff. Shout out to you, Dax. Cool. He loves this stuff. It's too expensive of a hobby for me, bro. In a fucking way.
I'm glad it's out there for someone, but
fucking
not for me.
Noob.
They touched on more Pokemon Go stuff as well. So alongside the big 30th anniversary of 2026 also marks 10 years of Pokemon Go. To celebrate the occasion, a boatload of Pokemon that have previously appeared in the game will make their return in the All Out event, which runs from, it's over today, March 7th and 8th.
Hopefully you got into it if you like Pogo.
Hopefully you don't come to us for your Pokemon news, because we might be a little late on that one.
Not the game I got into much. I played it a little. My brother Daxton, big into it. Big. Has gone to conventions and stuff. Yeah, big.
Yeah, when it came out, man, I was playing it a lot. My daughter and I would go on walks around our neighborhood to catch stuff. So
Yep.
it was a time and place,
It was a time and place. Still doing very well, which is crazy.
Still doing well, man. And so when this came out, I like we said, I work for the post office, so one of my routes that I deliver is downtown.
Oh yeah, you were
And there's
nailing them.
Parks and stuff. Dude, I was getting like so much stuff, and I would drive by like the parks and stuff down there, and just a flood of people.
Oh yeah,
were down there all on their phones catching Pokemon. So it was a big deal at the time.
Nice little thing to cross pollinate the gaming industry with the population.
For sure.
Population.
Population. Yeah.
It's kind of like French. I don't know where that was. Anyways, go ahead.
I like French. Next up, Pokemon Masters EX.
The fuck
Red,
is this?
Red was the OG protagonist. Will arrive in Pokemon Masters EX alongside his Pikachu.
What the fuck is Pokemon Masters EX? What is this?
It wasn't a GameCube. It was a GameCube game.
What? No.
I think so.
No.
No?
No. Pokemon Master. It looks like you get gems. It looks like a fucking phone game.
6.5 year celebration.
Been out for 6.5 years. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Why was I thinking this was a...
No, because that's the Coliseum like franchises on GameCube, which is coming up later, I'm assuming, in this discussion. But I have no idea what the... Oh, it looks like a turn-based RPG game. Mobile game. I didn't know what the hell this was.
Oh, mobile game. Oh,
well, yeah.
Okay.
Plug in to get 3,000 gems.
Come to Spawn Point for all your Pokemon news that we get.
Yeah, we're fucking up on our Pokemon, baby. But it's Nintendo time. We're talking about it. All right, continue.
Yep. Pokemon Cafe Remix. This article just says this is your yearly reminder that Pokemon Cafe Remix is a real game and really exists.
Okay.
So
this is another one I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I thought it was Pokemon Snap at the beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
It does kind of look like that, but it was a cooking thing or something. I don't know.
Dude, what are they doing with this franchise, dude? Holy fuck.
I'm just gonna Pokemon Sleep is still going if you care. Pokemon Unite is still going if you care.
Dude, what are they doing with this franchise, dude? They have a sleep app. You fucking go to sleep and catch Pokemon. It's fucking crazy.
Yep.
Unite's kind of cool, but I don't know if that's still popping.
Unite was cool. I played it for a little bit. It, a MOBA style Pokemon game.
I like my MOBAs. I thought this game was cool, but it was very how do I want to put this? It felt shallow in a way. I might have to check it out. I haven't played it in a long time, but I used to dig it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Let's see. Pokemon trading card game Pocket. We got another look at the Paladin Wonders set, which launched earlier this week.
I think it's kind of fun, actually.
Trading card
TCG Pocket also
good.
TCG Pocket's actually
that's what I've heard. I haven't checked it out, but cool. They talked about Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
There you go.
That's the
game.
one I'm thinking of.
Yep.
That's the GameCube one. Released on the Nintendo Switch Online GameCube app.
Very good game. Very expensive game as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good. I have not played it, but I have.
Be a collector.
Yeah.
You have it?
I don't have it physical. Well, I actually technically do have it physical. I have it from when I was a kid. My brother has my physical collection. I have it on my modded GameCube.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
I could play it. Too many games. So yeah.
Yep.
But
yep. Excuse me. This next one, they actually talked about a few days before the anniversary, but Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green were released on the Switch as a paid game. So instead of being on like the Game Boy Switch Online thing, you actually have to, which a lot of people thought it was just going to come to that, but they released an actual, a digital download version of those 2 games. So cool for a lot of people are playing it.
Well,
like I turn on my Switch and like 3 of my friends on my friends list are playing either Fire Red or Leaf Green. So, yeah, I think so.
We talked about this. It's Pokemon, first of all. I'm not surprised they're trying to squeeze a little quarter. They got fucking 15 games going.
Yep.
Hard game to get into if you're a modern Pokemon fan. No XP share. So just be prepared. The grind.
Yep.
This game looks fucking sick, by the way. Just continue.
Champions?
Yes.
So we got another look at Pokemon Champions, the go-to battling format for the competitive scene moving forward, accompanied by a Switch release window of April 2026. And then there's a mobile release also coming out later this year. So, yeah, it does look cool, though.
I mean, it looks like Pokemon Stadium, modernized.
It does.
Pokemon Stadium.
Looks a lot like Pokemon Stadium.
I think this will be at World Championships if you're a nerd into Pokemon. This is going to be what's showcased there.
Yeah.
God, we love Pokemon on this channel. I don't have any. I don't.
I'm not the biggest Pokemon guy.
This cool, dude. Next.
So the last big one, and probably the biggest one. Nope, never mind.
Not the biggest.
Before the biggest one.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. So they talked about this a long time ago. A DLC, which introduces the Mega Dimension for the Pokemon Legends ZA game. I don't.
Mega Garchomp's pretty sick, dude. I like Garchomp.
Pretty sick. Yep.
Garchomp's
They had a little bit on Pokopia, of course, because it wasn't out yet at the time of the showcase. So, yep, just kind of touched on that a little bit. It's out now, so if you want to play it, go play it. But then the biggest news of the showcase was they released information about Gen 10.
Yay!
Which is in the form of Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Yep.
It's the long rumored mainline games that are coming to Switch 2 at some point in 2027.
Yep.
The trailer gave us a look at the 3 starters, which are Brout, Pombon, and whatever the last word is.
Oh, come on. Give it a shot.
Gekwa. So, of course, it's your fire, leaf,
grass,
and water.
Yep.
So, and it looked cool. They showed some like big painting shots of the region, bunch of different biomes, and introduced Mr. Windychew and Miss Wavychew. Oh, that's creative.
Good Lord.
A pair of particularly dapper Pikachu. So,
hey, there they are.
Winds and Waves. Yep, there they are. Gen 10 Pokemon.
Yay, dude. They showed a little gameplay footage, not much. I mean, it was mostly cinematic. It almost looks like it might go 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the impression I got. Yeah, it's not the isometric top-down RP. They're kind of going the Arceus route for the mainline games, which is pretty fucking cool.
I think it's cool.
I think it's a needed change.
Yeah, this is the one that I was like, unfortunately, I saw a leak on this like 2 days before the event, and I didn't know what I was looking at, and I clicked on it, and I started watching this, and I was like, God damn it, this is the Gen 10 stuff. So somebody leaked it, it came out early, but anyway, it's cool.
I don't know how I feel about seeing all the fucking Pokemon wandering around. I like the randomness.
I do too.
Maybe they're... Anyways, that dog better stay on fucking 4 paws. I'm gonna say that.
No shit.
I'm about tired of the first evolution of dog becoming a fucking dinosaur and standing on 2 feet. Like, goddamn.
Two-legged walking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was all kinds of memes and stuff after they released these starters. I saw a bunch of funny shit.
Yeah, just astounding to me that they're still pumping out new Pokemon. There's fucking 1,200 of them, and they're still making new ones. But that's probably the hardest part of Game Freak's job.
It has to be, because they're starting to look like one looks like a Pomeranian, one looks like a lizard, and it's like.
Well, there's already a lizard.
Oh god, yeah.
The fucking god.
I know. I can't think of the.
What the fuck was Greninja? Was like a frog that turned into a lizard. Fucking games are weird, dude. Pokemon Wind and Waves. Fucking yay, dude. 2027. It sounds like. Gonna do fucking gangbusters. I think. I'm sure it's gonna do gangbusters. I've always, I'm interested in this. Fucking, I'm not gonna take my wife. Here's the thing: the last couple Pokemon games have not hit for me. Scarlet, Violet, they just ran like shit. I mean, I'm sure they're better on PS2, but that's a bad look for Pokemon. So now they have a competent. But
yeah, no, sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, they definitely have a competent system now to run them. And then when Scarlet and Violet came out on Switch 2, it was like too late for me. I just didn't. I mean, I know they ran better and everything, but I was just like,
dude, I do like the mainline games. They're like a hit of nostalgia going. Like, I would play Scarlet on my wife's Nintendo, or my wife's Switch 2.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna play it on the original. Like, it was just such a bad look for them to try to go so above and beyond with the mainline games for a bit there, and they just were not able to perform well. It's just a bad look. So this will be good though, because it is gonna hopefully run.
Yeah.
Well. So
I sure hope so. And the weird thing about like the Scarlet and Violet on the Switch is, I think it just shows Game Freak's ability to make stuff run, because there really is no reason that shouldn't have run better.
No.
On the original Switch, it was not very demanding. It just they could not get it right.
Nope.
So
nope. It's funny. Like, they started doing the open world shit, and now they're making. Oh, Jesus Christ, help me out here.
What?
Their new IP.
Oh,
for fuck's sake, dude. Gaming podcast,
dude,
I can't think of the name.
Last time.
Beast of Reincarnation.
Just had it.
So like they fucked around and didn't make good games in the open world genre, and then they finally figured it out, and they're like, oh, let's make a new IP.
Well, and not only a new IP, but like something just so much different than they've ever done before, and so many gameplay elements and stuff that are in that we were like, what even is this? Like
we still don't know.
Went like 5 steps up.
No, yeah, we still don't,
we don't
know. Like they showed it again at the State of Play, I think. Or what the fuck did we just? Must have been the State of Play, and it was just all combo, like combat stuff. But the first trailer we watched was like, from the Xbox showcase, had like turn-based combat and skill trees and action combat, like a bunch of. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that game, to be honest, but
I don't know either.
Anyways, Pokemon's gonna keep coming out till everybody dies. So let's continue.
Yep. So the last part on the Nintendo side of things, we touched on it earlier. The Nintendo Indie World Showcase it released this month. Just wanted to quickly run down everything that was announced. Some of them, like I said, I already talked about. Blueprints, the mind-bending puzzle first-person game. It released the same day as the showcase. Looks cool. Mixtape is officially headed to Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know much about Mixtape.
I don't either.
Well, let you follow 3 friends on their last night in high school who go on a grand adventure together by playing through a mixtape of memories set to a soundtrack of Generation that features Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, and
Oh, that was kind of cool, actually.
It does, yeah.
It's Annapurna, though. Don't they just make like narrative? Like, I don't. What's the?
Yeah, it's very
What am I
narrative heavy stuff.
looking at there? So like skating, batting cage, TP in a house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep,
It's kind of
cool.
cool.
Everything.
Okay, cool. Didn't know
Yeah.
about that one.
Looks interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
Dench Attack,
Yeah.
which I talked about earlier. The subway car crazy rail sliding kick flipping thing.
Yeah. I think that game looks dope. I'm pumped.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, looks cool.
It is cool. You play the demo. Maybe not enough to grab your attention forever, but
not really yet, but we'll see. Already touched on Rotwood.
Yep.
That was a drop the same day as the showcase.
Love that.
Blighted was next up. I think this looks cool. Drinkbox Studios Blighted needs you to reclaim your people's memories before you are devoured. It's an upcoming game where you will need to journey through a corrupt world to regain the memories of your people before the blight devours you. You are the lone survivor of an attack by the evil Storkisto.
Hey.
Storkisto. And you will be able to bring along a friend if you choose. So sounds like it's got some co-op stuff. So it looks like a almost like a Diablo kind of isometric view. I don't know if it's a roguelite yet.
Maybe Metroidvania is made by the Guacamelee devs. Oh, maybe not. What the fuck is this? Not a Metroidvania.
It's like an action RPG sort of.
Oh.
Yeah, isometric action game.
Schnazzy, dude.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Looks cool. Yep. Next one I was pretty excited about. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. So the first Moonlighter, I'm assuming this is just more of the same, but with a different style, different perspective. The first one is very like pixel art. This kind of has like a 3D cartoony look to it. But yeah, you run a shop, and then so like you're running a shop during the day, and then you go explore the dungeons at night and like get stuff out of them to then sell in your shop. The first game I absolutely loved. I played the shit out of the first one. So it just says you will further your delve. The further you delve, the greater the reward. So yeah, it does get more challenging the farther and farther you go into these essentially dungeons. So and it's cool because you can go in and then like you can decide to leave at any time. So like you don't have to like if let's say you're out searching for a specific piece of something, whether it's something you want to sell, something that you need to upgrade your weapons, if you get enough for that and you don't want to risk going any further and possibly losing it, you can jump back out and go back to your town. So I thought that was a cool part of the original Moonlighter. So
this is the one time I'm pissed I don't have Steam installed on my new PC because I have like the very first game in this type of genre, and I know you haven't heard it, but I wish I knew what the fuck it was called because I have like the God, what the fuck? I can't even find it. But I've played a game like this, and I fell in love with it. Yeah. I did not know that's what Moonlighter was. So that's very exciting. Also, my wife played the fuck out of this game too.
Oh really?
The one I have on PC, which I can't.
The one that you're trying to think of.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to tell her about this because that's fucking cool. I will find it as you tell us about My Little Puppy.
What if I don't want to tell you about My Little Puppy? My Little Puppy looks to be a heartwarming tale of our best friends after they cross the Rainbow Bridge. So it's kind of
that's
dark
sad.
A little bit.
Yeah, fuck, dude, that's sad.
You're playing as a dead dog, essentially. It looks to tell the heartwarming tale of our best friends after they cross the Rainbow Bridge. This game stars a Welsh corgi named Bangu, who smells the scent of his human dad in the afterlife. So apparently the dog's owner died before he did, and then once the dog dies, he goes finds the soul of his dead owner. I mean, it's very like cute, like art style looking thing, but it just the concept is strange.
Couple Couple things here.
Yeah.
Racketeer and Item Shop's Tale is the name of that game. Racketeer.
Yeah.
Very good.
Racketeer.
PC exclusive, Jason. Sorry about you. But not that you would want to go back to it, but it's a cool fucking game. And I did not know Moonlighter was the same. I'm very excited.
Moonlighter's great, man.
Here's the other thing I want to say about. Sorry, go ahead. I'm an asshole, terrible podcast associate. I keep cutting you off.
No.
Racketeer. Fucking yeah, dude. Also, so with
great recommendation.
With My Little Puppy, I want to just mention this. I have a fucking serious problem in video games killing animals.
Oh god, can't do it.
I can kill people all fucking day, dude.
I know.
And I had no problem. As soon as I kill an animal, I'm like,
way.
I can't. I
nope. I can't do it.
No.
Nope.
God damn it. Anyways, anybody else have that problem? Jason does. I'm glad I'm not alone. All right.
I absolutely do.
Okay.
I do not want to see any animals virtually or anything harmed.
Can't do it. I still eat cows though. I'm not a vegan. I mean, I'll eat them, but I ain't going.
I'm not doing the killing.
Maybe that makes me a bad person. Does it?
Nah. All right.
Need meat to survive. Anyways, go ahead.
Exactly. Heave Ho 2 is a party game where you need to grab what you can and swing to win. I played a lot of the first Heave Ho with my daughter. It's chaotic because you have to be you have to coordinate because like one person swings, so that the triggers control each one of the hands of these little weird creature things, and you have to like grab the hand of whoever you're playing with and swing them so that they can grab something, and then you try to swing yourself to grab. There's puzzles and stuff and involved. It's crazy. It's fun. It's a little chaotic, like I said, but Heave Ho 2 looks to be more of the same, more puzzles. Its art style is very similar to the first one, so yeah, looks like it could be cool.
Oh yeah, I have never played. Well, yeah, I've said this before. I don't have friends, so cool.
Well, I played with my daughter. That's about it, though.
You got more than I do. Moving on.
So we talked about this too. Dead Zone Rogue is a FPS sci-fi roguelite. Looks pretty cool. Cameron said it was cool.
Yes.
You board a forsaken space station infested with biomechanical threats that will challenge you at every turn. This upcoming FPS sci-fi roguelite encourages you to keep coming back.
Sorry.
Does it?
Oh god, compared to the PC version?
Oh, really? See, I didn't know anything about this.
Well, it looks great. You don't know shit about nothing.
Shut up.
I would looks awesome, dude. This is like high definition.
Shut up. All right. Maybe I need to play it somewhere else.
That's just me being a dick. I need the best looking shit. Sorry. Fucking
I know you do. And I like it too, but okay.
Anyway. If it plays good, who cares? Continuing on.
Sure. Mini Shoot Adventures. I already talked about this. I think I'm gonna have to do like a feature on this one. Like I said, I've got more time in this than Rotwood. So talked about that already.
Sicko.
This one didn't do anything for me, but Voodoo is a cozy 3D diorama game. Where you basically just you put pieces into this picture that's like black and white to start with, and then it's 3D, and you can move it around and basically place pieces into their slots and creates a 3D diorama. Yeah, we don't need to stay on that one too long. Cam's very enthralled by it right now.
Fucking games are weird, bro. All right.
Yes, they are. Okay. Midnight Walk, we talked about it. It's like a first person. It's Lost in Random. Okay, hang on a second. Lost in Random and Phase the Midnight Walk. Okay, so that's the developer. Lost in Random was kind of cool. Faye was kind of cool. It's a dark fantasy adventure.
Lost in Random. I don't know that developer. I guess.
I could see. That's the thing. I don't. Boston Random was a game. I don't know the.
Oh shit! Okay, my bad. My bad. See, I'm stupid.
Yeah, and Phase is a game as well. But yeah, both created by the same developer. A dark fantasy adventure. It was built in. Actually built in clay and animated in stop motion. Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Dude, IGN needs to fix their video player, dude. This shit sucks over here. I'm buffering all day. Anyway.
That's about it. There was like this other like little quick thing that teased like multiple games. Unreal 2 was in there. Ratatan was in there. Grave Seasons was in there as well. Just real quick little touches on 3 different games. So
gotcha.
Yeah, that was the Nintendo Indie World Showcase. We kind of got a little rambly in that one, but it's all good.
No, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Nintendo time, always a good time. Let's
it's Nintendo time.
And damn right, Jason made that, by the way. So shout out to Jason. That's him singing too.
No.
All right, let's take our last break. We will be back. We have a loaded community section with a question from Jason, and we will cover all of that in the community section. So stick around. We will
stick around.
Run through that and get the show wrapped up.
That'll be good.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Spawn Point Podcast. We are in the community section. It is definitely right after we shot the last section. No, we're not wearing different clothes at all, or nothing's changed.
I'm not wearing different clothes. the sunlight has not gone away.
No, it's just a. I don't know what happened. That's fine. We got the community section. Again, guys, thank you so much for submitting all this stuff. I'm shocked actually. We're in episode 8, and we've got feedback and community comments and stuff like that. It means the world to us. Again, if you guys want to leave comments, leave them on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get our stuff. We would appreciate it. And we'll pull from everywhere. So we're going to start off the community section with Jason. He has got a question that we're going to go ahead and discuss first, and then we're going to dive into what you guys have said. So what do you got for us, Jason?
Right. Okay, so I had a question for you as well as anyone else out there that might have a thought on this. And my question was, does overall game length have an impact on games you play or games you buy? Do you want me to answer first? Or?
I'll go. I guess I just thought there would have more to it. For me, it definitely does. For me, it definitely does. For a multitude of reasons. With our job, we work 60 hours a week, regardless of if we are on the overtime list or not. We just get fucked every single week because we're understaffed and whatever. They just throw too much shit on us, basically.
And they don't care about us.
No, they don't. Fucking horrific. So with a 60-hour work week, it's really hard for me to invest myself in a long game. So it's always like I always have a contemplation moment of when I see a big game that I want to play. It's like, well, I can buy this, but I'm probably not going to beat it, which is going to be disappointing for me. So that usually influences my purchasing decisions. That being said, I mean, there are some that I have gotten and I've kind of gotten sucked into and have found a way to beat the game, but it usually just requires that I solo play one game and I'm kind of on that path until the game is done. But I like variety too, so it's hard for me to do that. You know, like I started Metaphori Fantasio. I think we were talking about me playing that at the start of this show, and I had to drop it. I had to drop it. I wasn't able to commit the time that game needed in order to continue. And then after so long, like I have a problem with, if I don't go back to a game for so long, I really lose the plot, and then it's just, I have to.
Oh, so that's not just a me thing?
No, I think it's a Maybe it's an old age thing. Yeah, it's really really hard. So that definitely does affect it. For me, yeah, I something I struggle with very much. I'm trying to like kind of break that stigma. It's an internal battle because I want to beat everything that I play, but I guess I have to kind of get over that at some point. But it's hard to. So that's my take on it. What say you?
Okay, so the reason I brought this up is because up until like honestly not real long ago, I used to not like playing anything that was like real short. My thought process was if I'm going to spend the money on whatever this may be, I want it to be a significant, length, unless it's a lower priced, either a budget or just like an indie or something like that. But I used to constantly, like before I would even purchase a game, I would go to How Long to Beat and see kind of what I'm getting. Like I know that that site's not always like 100%. Some people do it a little faster. Some people, you know,
Right.
take their time. But that's why it also gives you like main story, side quest, completionist. It gives you all the times, and I would kind of look at that and go, okay, is this worth it? I've struggled with that for a long time. One, like what you said, as far as like, am I gonna have time to even beat this? I had to get over that as well as getting over like I don't need to play a 50, 60 hour game anymore. My love for indies has definitely gotten stronger over the last even couple years, last
Same.
year. Um, and a lot of those are a little bit shorter experiences, which it is a good feeling, finally finishing a game, whether it be, a longer game or a shorter game. I've started to feel that my satisfaction doesn't always necessarily depend on how long a game is. If I
Yeah.
can, get through a 8 to 10 hour, even less than game and actually finish it, I feel pretty good. So the reason I brought this up is because I've been working on letting go of that. That's
Yeah.
always been a thing for me. And be like, if I'm going to spend the money, I want like a pretty solid experience. But yeah, I was just kind of curious, what you thought, what other people out there thought about that question. So
Yeah, let us know down below. But that's
yeah,
interesting to me
yeah, for
actually
sure.
because I was always vehemently opposed to that ideal that you have. I was always so opposed to
I
like
know.
a game has to be 60 to 100 hours. And I was always against that narrative, but you were in there. So that's interesting to me.
I was in it.
Yeah, and
It was a problem.
no, I respect that, and I think there's a lot of gamers that still feel that way. But the nice thing about the industry right now, at least for the last couple of years, indies have been releasing at budget prices. I mean, it's becoming very common that they're coming out at a lower price. But I don't necessarily agree with the take that the price should determine how long a game experience is necessarily, which is kind of what used to be how it was looked by the majority of the community. I think everybody's kind of shifted a little. Well, I can't say that for sure, but I've always had no problem with shorter experiences. I mean, one of my a game I love to death is Rise: Son of Rome. I don't know if I've talked about that, but that's like a short, almost tech demo-y type of experience for the Xbox One. It was an action hack and slash game.
Launch title.
Yeah. I loved that game, and that was really short, but I really loved that game and thought it was well worth the money. Just because I thought the story was good, and I remember the game looked really incredible too. So, yeah, that's interesting. What made you kind of change that?
Change that mindset or work on changing that mindset? Having the kind of that same feeling when I beat a shorter experience as I did when I beat a longer experience. Kind of still having that same feeling. Go, oh, I didn't need to spend 50 hours on this game. I spent 10, and I am just as satisfied. At the end. But price still does kind of weigh on it a little bit for me. If it's some like AAA 67. I mean, with the price of games, going up and everything. When I see like a pretty high price game and I see that it's a 6 to 8 hour experience, I kind of just like, unless it's really good, um, I just don't always feel like it's worth the money. I
Yeah.
guess is what
No,
my thought was. But like I said, I'm working on it. It's gotten better.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, you're not alone in that opinion. I mean, there's a lot of controversy or a lot of discussion about that with Requiem right now because there's a challenge in the game to beat the game in 4 hours. So people were like worried that it was too short and shit like that, you know. But like my view is always, you know, if the game looks cool enough to me, I don't really ever even use how long to beat. I don't even really look at it unless like I'm playing Metaphor and I'm 20 hours in and I feel like I'm still in the fucking prologue. Then I have to look and see like how what am I committing to here?
How far along am I?
Yeah, so but yeah, that's cool.
And a lot of times you can tell. I mean, if some big RPG comes out, you kind of know I'm gonna be in this for a while, and then a little indie comes out. But like I think I mentioned even earlier in some of the games I was talking about, like the Rotwood and Shoot, I didn't even look. I don't care anymore if it's a short experience. Cool.
Yeah.
I know that I'm having fun while I'm playing it. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Nope.
So cool. Very good discussion there. Let's move on to some community stuff. First one here. I might have the wrong one pulled up, but that's okay. There we go. From Chester L on YouTube. This is from Jason's favorite Zelda game short. This is a couple weeks ago now because we didn't have a community section on the mini pod. So we're kind of catching up here a little bit. Chester says, I'm 49, the original. Still fully enjoyable today, which is completely mind-blowing. I agree with that. I think the original Zelda
100%.
is awesome. Shout out to the gold cart.
Now, I wonder if he means, is that what he means, the NES original?
I would have to assume, yeah.
I would assume so too. So I've talked to some people in the past that they're like, the first Zelda, Link to the Past. I'm like, well, technically it's not the first one, but for some people it was the first Zelda. So
yeah, either way,
that's
whether
awesome.
it's the NES version or Link to the Past, they're both fucking solid. So
they're both fantastic.
I just don't like I don't like the hidden door, like the hidden. You have to have the manual to play the game type of thing, which was common back in those days.
I know. Yes, it was.
So it's hard to go back to now without playing through the game with a guide up. Which, by the way, do you ever do that?
No,
I can't do it
unless
either.
I get really stuck.
I can't do it. That's why,
I try to figure it out.
That killed Animal Well for me because I literally just got stuck as shit.
I know.
I was like,
that one. I finally, after a while, I had to look something up because I'm just running around not knowing what I'm supposed to do, and then I'll just like look something up real quick and go. Cool. I'll just see a little bit of what they're talking. I'm like, and then I'll stop. Yeah, and I'll go figure the rest out myself.
Yep. But anyway, that's awesome. Thank you for commenting, and I love that. Now, I also got a comment on my favorite Zelda game short. Mine was a little bit more not so positive.
It was funny.
Are you allowed to have an opinion if you've never beaten a single Zelda game? That would be like saying a New York strip is my favorite steak, but I've never finished one. So, weird comparison there, but I'll justify whatever. It is what it is. To answer the question, Jason and I have a podcast. We don't beat every game we talk about on here anyway. None of the games we played today are games we've beaten. I think everyone's allowed to have an opinion on whatever. Depending on, it doesn't matter. There's no gatekeeping here in terms of what you have and haven't played and what you are allowed to have an opinion on and what you're not allowed to have an opinion on. So, I've played enough of the Zelda games to know that I like Wind Waker a lot, but I just have never beat it. I mean, Jason and I are way above the normal in terms of the amount of games we play. So that gives us some credence to that gives us some credence to what we're saying. But even us, we haven't beat everything. That's impossible. So, I mean, I couldn't beat my PS3 wall. It would take me fucking 10 years to go through that entire thing, but it's all there anyways. But anyways, that's my take. I just want to put that out there that we will we're going to continue to have opinions even if we haven't beat games, and I think that's totally fair and fine.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've basically put games away and had a very strong opinion on them. Most of the time, the games I put away are things that I end up just not liking.
Yeah.
And I can strongly say, nope, isn't for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, and
So.
I mean, I've mentioned on the show, I'm not a big RPG guy, you know, Zelda's RPG games, and it's nothing to do with the IP. It's hard for me to commit to. We just talked about it. It's hard for me to commit to a long experience. So, you know, there we go. It's been that way since I was a kid.
250 hours in Tears of the Kingdom.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Break your weapon in the wild. It's a
long one. Break your weapon in the wild. Yeah.
No, but anyways, I appreciate the comment. But like I said, I mean, this is a gaming podcast. If we only were limited to what we had beaten to talk about, we would have ended the show at episode 3 probably.
We'd have much shorter episodes.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, I appreciate the comment nonetheless. Moving on from there.
Yep.
Jason, Jayson, Sal's Bones is back in the comment section. Jay, there we go. Yeah, he says in podcast episode 7 comments, which God of War game was the best? Jason, what do you think? Which God of War game is the best?
Ooh, man,
I have a very definitive number.
That's tough. I am probably gonna have to say God of War 3.
That's what I said as well. I think
Okay.
I love God of War 3.
So?
Oh my God,
yeah,
God of War 3 was awesome.
It's
playing that game on release was
so good,
mind blowing.
Yep. Still remember the experience.
Yeah, very, very massive set pieces in that game.
Oh God.
It's going to be interesting for, you know, a modern gamer, someone a little bit younger, to go back to that game, just because it's a action hack and slash game with no RPG elements. The only thing, you know, the thing you're getting throughout that game is new weapons, and that's kind of the main push. There's no there's no leveling system, which every action game has to have, but that game is literally just a hack and slash. But it was a good time. I love those games. I have no problem just turning my brain off and going sicko mode and beating stuff up. And that was
Isn't that weird? Like, we didn't have a lot of that stuff in those early games that we played, and it didn't seem to matter at all. And now everything has to be a RPG.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but that game is awesome. I'm super pumped they're remaking the original trilogy. It's going to be super cool to go back to. We'll see how they do. I'm a little concerned, but
I am too. Do you think they're gonna add any of that kind of stuff in to entice new players, or do you think they're gonna stick with kind of just how it was? And
I hope not.
You know,
I'm just concerned about. I feel like if they're remaking it, I wonder what the art style is gonna turn into.
Right.
You know, because it was. I mean, those games look dated if you go back and play them.
They do.
And they're remaking them, which means they're going to be. It could go down the path of the Resident Evil remakes, which are massively successful. I'm just worried the art style might get fucked with a little, or something's going to look kind of goofy. But we'll see. I don't have any. I don't have any major concerns, but it's something I wish I could have seen more of when they announced. They announced it obviously way too early, I think. But I mean, they had to get something
didn't
out.
Have anything to,
they had
to
nothing.
Show.
They had nothing to show. So
nothing.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. But hopefully that answers your question. I know Jay has a PS5. You can play that. You can play God of War 3 on the PlayStation Plus service. So I would check that one out if you're interested.
Absolutely.
Or wait till the remake comes out. One of the two.
Yeah.
So there's that. Moving on. Another one from Jay.
Yep.
This was from our mini pod last week where we talked about our top 5 favorite consoles of all time. Jay says his list, without seeing our list, was number 4, N64. That's a gross take in my opinion. I fucking hate that controller.
Pretty bad.
No shame. Sega Genesis at number 4, which is hot. SNES number 3, that was Jason's number 2. PS2 at number 2, and Xbox 360 at number 1. So pretty solid list there. A little bit different.
Solid.
Lot different than ours. PS2 made his list, N64 made his list. Genesis snuck in there.
Yeah. I don't hate any of these really, except for, I mean, the 64 was, I mean, cool at the time. Yeah, I think though, even at the time, I didn't love the controller. I was like, what is this thing?
What a weird thing. I mean, I still don't think I know how to hold that thing. I remember going to sleep.
There is no right way.
I remember going to sleepovers and stuff and they had an N64 and it's like, what in the fuck? got 3
Yeah.
things coming out. I don't know. I think the D-pad or the thumbstick was abysmal on that thing too. It's just a weird control.
It was, well, it wasn't even like it was like a 9 direction. Wait, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It didn't actually go in a full circle. It had like all those those cutouts where
it had those cutouts, and then it was like it kind of it was like a beveled stick, and it looked so flimsy. I was always worried I'd pop the fucking thing off.
Just
Interesting console. Jason, tell us why you like the N64. What game on the N64? That's a hard game. That's a hard system to emulate for too. I'm a pro emulation guy. And just so you guys know, like I have no issue with playing an emulator and playing those old games and stuff. Just a weird console to emulate for, just because of the controller. The controllers.
One of the first bands that I was ever in, we practiced at our drummer's house, and he had 64 down there, and we would like do our practice, and then we'd all gather around and play GoldenEye for hours.
Damn. Do you know how that game, just the gameplay is so butts. Like old first person shooters are so bad. They're so bad. Not bad. They're not bad. It's just so hard to go back to because you had to control your aim and your movement with the one stick. Oh yeah,
yeah, but we didn't know any better at the time.
No, true, we didn't. But still.
Yeah.
I got the GoldenEye remake on PS5. I didn't even know they remade that game, but someday I'll have to go back to that.
Oh yeah.
So that's that. Thanks, Jay, for submitting those comments. Jay, of course. I mean, I think he had 20 comments on our episode 7, so we're not gonna go over all of them. But I appreciate you.
You kind of have to pick and choose.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. He's doing his thing, trying to get our show out there by loading the chat feed. So we appreciate that. Last one here was from our short from podcast episode 7, where I went on a massive Assassin's Creed tangent.
A rant.
Yeah. El Diablo says, basically this, my whole take was that Assassin's Creed is not Assassin's Creed anymore. They've lost the plot entirely. The games that are out now don't resemble what they used to make, so they're hardly even Assassin's Creed games. And El Diablo says, I agree to an extent, but I do think that the game needs to be much more stealth-focused like an actual assassin, and the annoying RPG grind needs to stop. Other than that, the games ain't half bad. Personally, I don't like the recent releases because I prefer nostalgic games where I actually felt like an assassin, but I can see how others like the games. So, a lot going on there. I also can agree that I can see the appeal. I just... why? I mean, like I can see the appeal, but like it's diverged so far from a franchise that I loved. Now that it's like, what are we doing? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. What do you think?
I mean, it sounds like he like agrees with you for the most part, especially when he says I don't really enjoy the recent releases. I don't know how far back he means. I mean, obviously the Shadows is the most recent. Then you go back to what, Odyssey? No, Valhalla.
Yep. Valhalla. Origins.
Valhalla, Odyssey.
I think
Origins.
Origins was the first RPG.
Origins was before Odyssey. Origins was the first RPG style one. I actually did like that one. I think it was more the set piece. I love the Egyptian kind of theme. But yeah, it was I still remember the first time opening a map and zooming out and going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing about that franchise.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's the weird thing about that franchise is that it went from the old formula up through Unity, which Unity had some problems at release, but I still think that game is fun. It's got probably the best movement system in the franchise.
It was great.
And but it was buggy as fuck, and it still is to this day to go back to. So it's got some issues. And then they pivoted to Origins, which was, I'll be honest, it felt like a great revamped Assassin's Creed. I think Origins did feel great. So did Odyssey. Those two games were kind of revolutionary and very cool, but that's when they splintered off from, what I considered an Assassin's Creed game. So it was cool. Origins and Odyssey were tremendously popular, so they've stuck with that formula ever since. I think we're getting to the point now where the formula might be a little dry for people since they released what the fuck was that short game called with Basim from they tried to like make an old school Assassin's Creed game.
Did I miss that one?
It fractured off from. I'll think of you talk about something and I'll find the name of it.
Well, yeah. So
it was Mirage.
I didn't play. Oh, Mirage. That's right.
Yeah, Mirage was supposed to go be going back to the old formula, which it really wasn't. It was just a shorter game with Basim from. I think that was the character from Valhalla.
Yeah, I did not play that one. But yeah, Origins, like you said, it was like, whoa, this is different, and it was really cool. Odyssey, honestly, I couldn't get into that one.
Yeah.
I think it was because Origins was so massive. I played it for a really long time, and I felt like I hadn't even been done playing it for that long before Odyssey came out, and I jumped back in and I was like, I don't really know if I want to do this again.
Right.
Like, yeah, different set piece, different characters, but very similar in its presentation and like gameplay styles that I just was like, I can't do another one of these. Valhalla, I skipped. And then by the time Shadows came out, I was like, all right, maybe I'm ready for another one of these, and played Shadows for a little bit and was like, I don't think so. So
that was right around the time Shadows came out with like Rise of the Ronin, and there's so many games like it at that point. It was anyways,
Japanese.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason they just feel like the new Assassin's Creed games almost just feel generic, which is odd. I mean, the real like exciting thing about new Assassin's Creed games is like exploring the new environment. That's like it. The combat's kind of meh at best. You're going around getting different rarity pieces of equipment, which is like, I mean, what are we doing here?
I know.
Whereas like in the Ezio trilogy, I keep referring to it, it's the best period for Assassin's Creed. But you had a bunch of weapons, but you would just go to the vendor in town and buy them, and you could level them up and stuff. But there was and the combat was basic. I agree. It was much more like a hack and slash game than a action RPG. It's kind of the same path that God of War took in a way, to be honest. I mean, it started as a stealth focused game, but if you got in combat, it was like Batman Arkham combat.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how the Assassin's Creed formula used to flow. And now it's an action RPG.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, interesting. I didn't put those together like that.
Yeah, pretty similar. But that's it. That covers our community section. If you guys left comments and we didn't cover them, I apologize. But those were the ones that I pulled for this week. If you guys want to leave comments for us in the comment section down below on this podcast, I'd appreciate it. Spotify has systems for that as well. Email us, Spawnpoint Network at Outlook.com. Spawnpoint Network at Outlook.com. You can get a hold of us there. That would be appreciated. And that, I believe, is the show. This is going to be a long-ass son of a bitch again. So I lied at the beginning saying that this is not going to be a megapod. This might be our longest episode. But I
think it might be.
Yeah, we got to be close. It's going to be damn close.
And that's okay. It's just funny how we were like, oh, it's going to be longer because of the we're going to talk about the new releases. I think that was probably the shortest section.
I think it was too. But we did have
about other things.
We did have a week off last week with the mini pod, so we had a lot of shit that we had to catch up on. And
we just wanted to talk, man.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I missed the shit out of this show when Sunday rolled around last week. I was like, God,
I did too.
Damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? But I am very happy with very happy with the mini pod. I thought that was really fun. That was a good way to change it up a little bit for that week. Yeah, so that's something we'll definitely do in the future as we get closer to times where Jason and I aren't able to be here. So look forward to those.
Yep. Look forward to those.
But shit, yeah. Anything else you want to end it off with, Jason, before we get the hell out of here?
Think so. Just be prepared to hear more about the stuff that I probably already talked about on this episode. I'm going to dig into some games that I've been kind of just scratching at so far. So
we're going to start tightening in on our games. I feel like I've mentioned that for the last 4 episodes, but
it's hard.
It's so hard.
You always want to like talk about the new stuff. You want to get a chance to play them, and it's just like we can't do that with everything that comes out.
We need to get some guests on here. We will have a guest episode with Jason's brother. He'll at least pop in at some point. We're going to have a sim racing conversation. Hopefully
I'll have to reach out to him and set up a time.
Yeah. We just got to figure out where it fits in with us and all that fun stuff. Of course, I would love to have maybe, well, as complicated as it would be, I might pull Jay on for some stuff at some point if he wants to jump in. And you guys anybody's more than welcome if they want to, but just get a hold of us, spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. If you run a small podcast also, we're open to collaborations. I've been kind of digging into some smaller podcasts and stuff. By the way, searching for podcasts on Spotify is a miserable experience. It's so hard to find a small podcast on Spotify. So just wanted to throw that out there. Nice.
People like to throw out just kind of little things that they've listened to, and I don't know. I just feel like I get more out of that than trying to. Spotify always pushes all their big shit to the top, and it's hard to find anything on there.
You can't find Spawn Point Network, Spawn Point Podcast unless you directly search Spawn Point Podcast on Spotify.
Yep.
So you have to know. So that's why I'm doing it down and dirty with promoting the show. So if you see me over promoting shit everywhere, it's because that's the only fucking chance I've got.
It's the only way we're gonna. Yeah.
It's the only chance we've got. So, anyways, that's behind the scenes shit that you guys don't give a fuck about. Let's get the fuck out of here. Jason and I have to feed our wives. Both of them told us before we started.
They're both hungry.
Yeah, they're like, I'm hungry. Let me know when you're hungry. My wife's like, I need some.
They're hangry at this point.
Yeah, so we're going to go do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. We love you all. Jason, send us off. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Peace out, guys. Stay tuned. Next week, we'll have another full episode. Hopefully not quite as long as this one, but stay tuned. Got a lot of cool games coming up.
Goddamn right. Take it easy, guys.
Goddamn right. Later.